All right. They were there. Takes a minute sometimes, but you know, it takes a little time sometimes to turn the Titanic around. At least that's what I hear. Good morning. Today is going to be a good day or a bad day. Depends on if you think I'm going to rip or not. All right. All right. So, good morning, Mikkel. Good luck to yourself as well. Oops. All right. Close that. All right. We're farming. Let's do this. So, what do we got for teasies? Dry Hills. A little bit of Halls of the Dead. All right. I'd rather stay in the corrupted zones right now, just for a little morning wake up sesh, but I think I might try my first solo T1 map in today. Sunburn's mostly gone at this point. I've got a little bit on my stomach that really waited till yesterday to be the pain. But boy, was yesterday fun. Man, I make good ribs. I don't think it's hard to make good ribs, but I was a happy camper, man. Salty's girl brought over this macaroni salad that was so good. Oh God, it's so good. And what's the other one? Macaroni salad and vanilla pudding. I'm basic. Running Skywarden, Kira, and Disciple set. Nice. You got going quick, huh? I think the Wraith Blade's definitely a nice one. We hit a 4-socket one in our group cell phone. I think that's pretty good. What's up, guest? How you doing, man? That's a heck of a name. Is that a bug, or is your username really guest? But you just own that? About Armageddon? That's the two-handed one. I think I've never played it. The Armageddon build with the joust. I think so. I think it's a cool proof of concept right now. I think it needs a little bit of love. I don't think hardcore is the place for me to give it the go. I'm doing well. I'm out here just trying to survive. A little bit of hardcore life. Hardcore, by the way. If you didn't know, I'm playing hardcore. Okay. Got a coffee, though. Yo, Lucius, what's up, bro? Why was I just thinking about our crew the other day? I can't remember now. Maybe it'll come back to me. Good to see you, man. People use some cool names. I like that. Am I streaming on other platforms? Traditionally, I started my career here on my streaming career on Twitch. So I've got a button for that. I love that you're on TikTok. I love that you're here. I do chit chat across multiple platforms though. Yeah. Show gear. All right. I got a lightsaber with some sockets, a crafted chest plate that's absolute trash tier, but it's the best thing I got. A bad helm because again, It's a group self-found, and it's the worst gear I got. High Lord's Amulet, Dragon Scale Shield, Alder's Rune Ring. Again, it's just res. It's not good gear. It's built around the res. It's a group self-found, so things are a little thin, especially when you have 4 paladins in the group self-found. It's crazy. What are you gonna do? Oops. I'm apparently not picking up charms today. But I like to dabble in pretty much all the things of PD2, so it's fun. I don't have. I don't know. I have a dusk deep.
Moo, moo, moo.
Not too bad, man.
Moo,
I've been just been grinding away at life.
Moo.
It's been fun though. It's been a fun year. Oh, gonna go to a baseball game today. There's a team called the Chicago Dogs. Gotta go check them out. I think I want to host an event and invite everybody out because it's literally next to the airport. So if people don't want to stay, they don't have to. Maybe. I think that there's a like a hidden gem out there somewhere for like minor league baseball. I just have to find it. I want the Savannah Bananas of Illinois. It's what I'm looking for. It's not a thing, but I would love it. We've been on the waiting list for those guys for so long, just waiting and waiting. One day we'll be cool. What's this crown on my name? We got to pet that dog, dude. You know, pet, deep throat, whatever. Damage, 10k on high end, 27 low. I have a gimmer shred that I can get my base. My min up, my max down. It feels weird too. So, I don't know. Ooh. What a great tear zone. Ended up in Florida. Now it feels weird to be back. Why does it feel weird? Besides, it's Florida. I like Florida. I've liked Florida more at other times, but I like Florida. I'm a big Destin fan. How far are you from Destin? Why would you swear to never go back to Florida? You have to retire at some point. Where are you trying to retire at? What I want to do, I want to go to Florida. Just don't want to think about the fact I'm in Florida. Florida's based? Yeah. It's one of those places where, like, I'm in that part of Illinois where everyone goes to Florida. Yeah. I had a couple friends who own houses in there. I get it. Also, at the same point, it kind of feels dangerous. Little wet and wild nowadays. Weather's never been more extreme. Who's texting me? It's 6:30 in the morning. What the fuck? Get a fucking life. It was Instagram, by the way. What level am I to? Mysterio, we were up to 86. I would love to hit 87 today. I want to put my mind in like a gain XP sort of mindset. I'm just waking up, my man. Good morning. Good morning, McCall. Thought it'd be funny to text me. That's cool, man. That's cool. See a tarantula on your wall? That's cool. Like, you live in a place where tarantulas just chill, or you like let your tarantula out? Because either way, man, I'm about it. I like pet spiders. You don't hear a lot of bad stories about people with pet spiders have things happen to them. My wife was freaking out a little bit. I dug up all of the mulched area in our garden. I don't know if you've ever done that. We've been mulching it for 15 years, and we've never. The most we've ever done is removed like the top layer. Like when I mean the top layer, I mean like the top layer when we put it back. And I had noticed that just like over time, it had just kind of built up a little bit, needed to get knocked down. So I pulled out the shovel and started digging, and some of the creepy crawlies that were coming out, man, my wife is not about that stuff. I love it. I love it. No Enigma. I'm oh yeah, Merc. Yep, absolutely. Mercenary. IK with a 3-socket, nothing too nutty. Perfect no, I have another one that had a perfect ED. So this is the perfect ED. Anyways, Mavana's just for the CBF, string because I have an extra, boots because they exist, wealth because MF. I have another, you can wear that too. I don't know why this is in my belt or bag. I kind of want to wear it. If I could support the res, I would want to wear that. 18% PDR, I'm happy. What is this? I think I forgot to empty my bags before we started. 15 max damage, 2 men after kill. Almost. It's always about the pet snakes. You hear stories about? Nope. Nope. Dude, what circles do you run in that you are... What? No. No. Maybe I live in a place where people don't do that. Does that happen often? Way to rep the dinos. I'm here for you. Oh shit. You look like an old gamer like you, 41. You think I'm 41? I appreciate that so much. Thinks I'm older than I am. Man, that's never happened. That's cool though. You got up to 89 with your vengeance. There you go. I made famine. Which one's famine? That's a rune word. Which is that a rabies rune word? I am not. Is this bad? What does famine do? The snakes try to eat their people, though? Is that really a thing? Or are they just like saying hello in a snake way? We have geese here who attack people. It's whatever. It's a goose. Man, the Saigon set. All right. I think it's time to go kill some bales. Oh, that's why I have all this stuff. We were crafting right before I got off. Okay. That's right. Music League is back open, Kyler. I see you out there in the world existing. You can vote on Music League over on my Twitch if you head over there and just kind of hit a couple buttons. Probably shouldn't say that anymore. Where is... Right. His res. Let's just give him lightning and call it a day. That's fair. Okay. A bird? Oh, geese? Yo, dude, don't fuck with geese. But like, yeah, geese. Canadian geese. We don't have them as pets, but they're everywhere. I live in the place where they brood. And then you get a bunch of little goslings running around. And then they hang out, and then they leave. Thousands of them. Thousands. So much bird poop. So much geese poop. It's like my college's unofficial mascot. The goose, not the poop. Anyways. I got some some stickers made for school stuff, and they all have geese on them. All right, Merc needs a new pair of boots.
I'll put that to good use.
Not really them. He's got CBF. That doesn't really do anything else. Keep rolling. Why is my HP low? Ooh, I see it. No, I don't. Never mind. You know, you try to dodge a poison, doesn't work out. Holy moly, that's a line. But it's about feminine. Plus 30 increase, enhanced damage, IDS, fire, lightning, cold. Oh, that looks huge. Why is that not what I built? What are the runes for it? It's like Burvexja. Burvexja. It's a lot of life. I don't think this works for me. No. Good morning, Chippy. How are you doing today? Yo. I sent your wife a thing. We're going to check it out today. I don't know if you've ever been to this. It seems like a thing you'd be into, Chippy. You heard of it? Cool. I'd never heard of it. I thought that looked pretty cool. What's up, dude? Ooh, Vengeance. I like Vengeance. So this is good for me, huh? It's a lot of all res. Wow. Okay. I'm a real boy now. So good food spots near that ballpark. Really? Tell me more. What else you got? Good morning, swag. Good to see ya. Use carriers as well. Fail, or jaw. So it's a jaw. It's a jaw. All right. I feel like O penis now. Give me 1 second to put this stuff in. We got some new charms. We got to rock. Thank you, McKelb. I like when they say venge, because then I know I don't even have to think. I just venge it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, venge. Boom, we venged. Let's just start a charm inventory for now. Thank you again, Mac. Oh, wow. He needs the strength bad to use that weapon. Okay, never mind. A huge mall, outdoor entertainment, restaurants. Oh, okay. I got you. Really? There's a bunch of stuff to do right outside O'Hare? We're talking about Impact Stadium that's like next to O'Hare's terminal? Or Impact Field? We're talking the same thing? It's Rosemont. Bro, I've never fucked around in Rosemont in my life. Really? Rosemont's a place to be? Really? Huh. All right. Hey, did your bike show up yet? Good morning, swag. Appreciate you. No, you have a good stream. Is that area? Oh, what the hell? Why didn't she tell me? I could have asked her for more advice. She didn't want to talk to me, does it? She doesn't like me. Yep. 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 Sorry, I thought we were talking about Dan, your wife. Dude, I thought you just said your wife cleared customs. I'm like, wait, what? All right. Where has she been? All right, so now we're a real boy with Rez. I feel like we can play with stuff a little bit. Can we get this off for this? Yeah, I think a Thol fits in there quite nicely. Oh, I'm going to be so tanky. I love it. What's my other... I was holding off on an item. No, I wasn't. We are all good. Yep. Okay. Let's get that socket cleaned out real quick. What a fun day, though. That's cool, though. It just cleared customs. Man, I got to get me that then. What am I doing? Hellrune. Woot. Focus. Sorry. ADHD. Hellrune. Ooh, it's my last one. Oh, that's not good. Oops, that was my 3 socket. That was my last Hellrune. Focus. Woot. It's fine, because I would have had to redo some sockets anyways, just because this helm comes with 40 res instead of the 15 I was using, so that's kind of big. Also, I have a socket to put in there, so what are we going to do with that? I don't have facets, so... I could just throw an Umrune in there and call it a day. This is the most fun jewel I have for right now. And a Thol. That caps me. Cool.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Yeah, I nuked my corpse morn. We bricked it. It's gone, and I'm sad about that. Yo, Ariat PL, my bad. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. I see you. I see you. See my cut? Got a bad cut. Never trust Woot with a bread knife. Really sharp bread knife. Full face helmet for yesterday for safety. Oh. I have one that you could steal from me. I won't sell it to you, but you can steal it from me if you want. That's smaller. Sorry, I should emphasize why you'd want to steal it from me. It is smaller. It is full face. Do with that information what you will. All right, so we are max resed again. Feeling groovy. Thank you, Mac. Let's what's my damage now? 11K. Oh, I could have put like an IAS jewel in there, I guess. And I could use Glimmer. What's the corrupted stuff? Hi, Juicy. I'm playing a mod currently. It is a multiplayer mod built onto Lord of Destruction called Project Diablo 2. It is not a game-breaking mod, but a game-building mod. And I love it. I love it a lot. It's a nice home place. I do want to do some D2R speedrunning here, like, soon. Been itching for a while. Did somebody say speed? I guess it's more speed walking. Let's be real. Where'd you get your full face though, Chip? Local? That's more what I'm looking for. I don't need a name. I was kind of limited where I'm at on purchasing helms, so I bought one in Tennessee and one somewhere else. What am I doing right now? This is a bail run. It's the final boss, the Lord of Destruction. He's kind of like a good spot for XP. There's some other stuff I can be doing too. But my character feels safe bossing, so I like to hang out and boss a little bit. This is the scariest part right here. I don't think I could die faster than I could leave the game, so I don't know that it's a big deal. Feeling pretty tanky.
Thanks.
But what are you doing right now? Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Woot House. We got hot dogs, bag of chips, and Coke for everybody. I was trying to look into it. I can't find any chat bots that work for live streams for other platforms. Maybe it's just the platforms I use. I never actually Googled the problem. I was just more digging through the things I already have. We got festered. I want to do Andy. Let's go do an Andy. With Project Diablo 2, the area levels have been boosted in hell, so you can still get some, like, oh, I'm 86 though. So you still get some higher level stuff, and then the deeper you go into here, as we go deeper into catacombs, we will get higher level mobs. So now we've got 85 mobs as soon as you get out of 2. So this is like, still, it's not terrible. It's not great XP just because the density is not really here. I don't think I want to run Duriel or Meph, so I think it's just Andy and Bale is fine. I think there's better characters for those. If you put strength runes in the merc armor, would you be able to use the other helm? Oh, probably. I just don't think the other helm's going to carry him. If this was like the other helm being like a Andes or something important, I'm on board, bro. But right now we're in like, let's just rip through it. Good morning. Hello. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you here. I think, yeah, I think we'll end up juicing him up a little bit more. I'm really hoping to just find stupid IK pieces. Like that's what I really want for him. That's why I was like, maybe let's go boss a little bit. I don't know that bossing has better chances of finding set pieces, but it's, you know, it's a slot machine. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yo, McCalb. Oh, that's funny. Whew. That's funny. So this is the reason I'm laughing. This is the helm McCalb literally just gave me. Do a Cow King run? I like where your head's at. Let's do a Cow King. Let's add it into the mix here. 11, 14, 15 with perfect res again. Shut up, dude. You know I'm gonna brick this, right? Y'all ready? Everybody get out your brick bat, all right? We're gonna beat this Kyria's Guardian into a square-shaped brick. I need that. Woo! All right. I needed that. Boom. I think I'm under on cold res now, though. That's fucking awesome. All right. We need a little bit of cold res. Just a smidge. You can drop the corpse more. I appreciate the offer. This is a group self-found. Hardcore, by the way, if you didn't hear me earlier. Hardcore group self-found. Sorry, I'm looking for a... I need to wipe my eye off. Woo! All right, that was big. I need to find me a quick little bit of cold res. I have it somewhere, I promise. Because I took it out when... That's an extreme fix that I think is going to be the fix. Now we don't have to worry about it. All right, Mac, I have this Kyria's back. I don't know. I feel like that might be really good. What did I slam? Yeah, +4 life, dude. I did a dance too. This is huge for me. I have no life after kill, so that's big for Woot. All right, you wanted the Cow King. We're doing a Cow King. I bet it works out too. Thank you, Andy. All right, we'll do a full rotation here. We're gonna do Cow King. We're gonna do full cows because I'm not gonna just open a king. Full cows into an Andy, into a bale. Yeah, and then after cows, I'm getting a coffee, if I remember. I can't believe I hit 40. Oh, it makes me happy. I think I would still box that if it was like later and we had boxes. It's just not it's not going to carry me to the promised land, you know what I mean? What a good helm, though. Great for what we're doing. Don't play multiplayer? Oh, this is multiplayer. Yeah, of course. I only play multiplayer for the 98% of my gameplay. Right now, this is a smaller group self-found with the team I usually start with, plus a couple friendos. Got him. So the baseball game today should be fun. I told my wife we have to wait to buy tickets until I can study which way the stadium faces and which seats are going to be best to not have the sun beating down on my front side. Is that extra? Does anybody else ever go through that stuff? It is hardcore, yes. Hardcore cows. Give me that king, baby. Not a whole lot to show for it, though. It's all right. It's all right. We still like the king. Still a good guy. Couple grand charms to look at. Nope. 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 Okay. Cool. All right, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a quick cup of coffee. I need to get me some bean juice. I highly recommend you too get your cup of coffee. If you don't have a cup to put your coffee in, I have a merch store if you can find it, and you can get yourself a cup of coffee. Be right back. I also sell towels, believe it or not. Make your towel life fabulous. You do that at racetracks too? Oh, dude, all players, you understand exactly where I'm at. I'm not trying to have, so I've got like, I don't know if you can really see it right now. There's a slight difference between my neck right here. I don't know if you can see like the difference between my neck here, like down low, and like my neck up here, but like it's all burnt up, like all up in here. Are green items worth it? Some of them, yeah. Oh, I think they're all worth it at like some point or for some niche use. But I don't know all of them. It's one of those streams. It's not. It's just the sunburn stream. Is that better if I just show a little bit of shoulder? Is this haram enough? Or is that too haram? Anyways, BRB. How do I mute my mic? All right, coffee. Go get some coffee with your Woot mug. Sorry about that, my friendos. We got coffee though, so that's what matters. Okay, so let's go do some Andy, I think is what we said we were gonna do next. Andy into Bale. Call it our A-B runs. A-B. I guess we could add a C to it and do a little bit of chaos. Chaos might be a good one to add. This actually right here might be a reason why we don't do these. I mean, it's all T85 zone, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. Where should I be farming then? You can only visit Mephisto, and he sometimes drops decent items. Where are you? Sorry. Racetracks. Nightmare mode as a barbarian. Oh, the first boss. Right here, the thing I'm doing right now. Come farm this. Go to Kata and farm Andy. Nightmare Andy is a great spot to farm. Until you're feeling like really powerful. Good loot there. Oh man, I can't even tell you how many Nightmare Andy runs I've done over the decades. Decades of this game I've been playing. That hurts. Don't say it out loud too many times. But yeah, Nightmare Andy be a good spot.
Moo.
Normal cows, you can get a little bit of stuff in, but you're gonna. I feel like you're gonna be disappointed more than you're gonna enjoy that as a barbarian. Yeah, I'd go Nightmare Andy. Good spot. Yeah, there is a D2 app that'll basically tell you how to do everything. I wouldn't jump on that. It's Diablo. Just play with the way that stuff drops. I had exit initially, didn't I? It's right there, wasn't it? The whole time. Maybe? I don't know. Son of biscuit. See, that's why Bales just might be better. Chaos might be better. Chaos is scary though. I can still die in Chaos for sure. Well, maybe not. I don't have a lot of PDR now. We could try it. Does it work for remaster? Yeah, for sure. This is sage advice, my friend, I promise. If you're looking to just like kill stuff and feel good about what you're doing, Act 1 is always a safe bet. Like even as you progress forward, if you struggle in Act 1, you got to stop what you're doing and go back, because it's only going to get worse. Especially if like you're out in like pre-stony field and you're struggling at all, you should probably go backwards. It's your first time. Just go back and farm the old difficulty. Farm the final boss. Farm normal Bale. Normal Bale drops some amazing stuff too, if it's efficient for you. If it takes you 35 minutes to kill him, I would probably stick to Nightmare Andy. Are you asking me or are you telling me? Because I agree with you, Big Doom. I think Teo B Guzman, appreciate that. Is it Guzman? BG. I don't know. Am I assuming here? I'm assuming. Dude, yes. I love when she doesn't kill everything and it's like actual packs back here. Perfect little prefab. Matt, appreciate that as well. But yeah, the remaster like farming spots don't really change too much, and that's kind of why I love this mod as much as I do, because they don't break LOD. They make LOD a little longer. You can spend so much more time in LOD than you need to. Plus, you can do the other things, which is just amazing. A Nihilist mod is another one that's got great reviews. Big recommends on basically anything that's Diablo related. You should just be playing Diablo. All right, let's see how this fits in. Just finished Nightmare Ander. Right now in first quest, second act, don't have much problem. No, you'll be, you won't hit a spike of a problem in Nightmare. It's more just like, you'll know if you had a problem. You won't see new problems arise. It'll just like, it'll be an old problem you haven't dealt with before. An old problem you haven't dealt with yet. Wonder what we should get a level update. How everybody else in GSF is doing. I thought I was way behind everybody. Apparently not. Until I ripped today. You know, it is what it is. Dude, this trickle mob stuff killing me. Bring them in. Let's go. I'm gonna do the dangerous one first. Haven't new hero? What do you mean? Like the mercenary? Shut the fuck up, dude. Excuse my language. Yo, dude, we got a burr rune and a group cell found? Give me 1 second. All right. We got a burr rune. $27 all res, 20 faster cast chest with 3 sockets, natural. I wish it had some PDR on it. 333, 335. 335. This is a fun leveling weapon. It just isn't, aren't you a Fist of Heavens? Is this good for you, Mech? I don't know, if like I slam something good on it. Probably not that. No? Okay. Does that make anything for us? Aw, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Mwah. D2 is way better on PC. Frozen Sork is hard to run on a PS5. Yes. Charge Paladin, though, should be good for you. Like Charge Smite would be good on a PS5. What else? Whirlwind Barbarian. You could do Chaos Assassin. I think Kick Assassin's pretty good on a controller, too. Is PD2 free to play? Yes, it is. PD2 is a free to play multiplayer extension that installs right over your currently owned version of Lord of Destruction. So if you have a valid CD key and a little bit of free time, let me introduce you to the new crack that is your life, Project Diablo 2. Get involved, get installed at projectdiablo2.com. Sorry. Anyways. We got a burr rune. Let's go, dude. That's a good morning. It's a good morning, dude. Come with me to receive your daily burr. That's all I'm saying. Here in the Church of Woot, we bring you daily burr, blood of the speed, essence of speed. Oh, I said I was going to go the scary way first. I lied. We'll go the scary way second. Hammer Pally or Summon Necro? I would say Summon Necro is probably... I think Summon Necro is easier to understand on a controller, but then once you figure out Hammered In would be fine. It's a one-button wonder. You don't need much. I know people do play PD2 with controllers as well. You've got, we just had it this season with official controller support, but I think people were cheesing some stuff before that. But I know it exists now because you can just go right in here and you can turn it on. They also started with WASD support this season. If you're into that type of stuff, it's an option. Chaos dropping some crafting. Love that. Switch to the OG graphics. This is the OG graphics. There's no graphical improvement for this mod. Or sorry, there is a graphical improvement, but there's no like there's no complete graphical upgrade. It's just OpenGL, which is like a it's been around for a while. Then they use, or sorry, it's Direct 3D Draw, I think is what they use. You can do both. You can do either one. But that's another reason why I think PD2's got a lot going for it. Heard we had a rip though yesterday. Hardcore rips, bro. It happens. Any link to your gear? I should do that. Give me 1 second. I'll do one for you right now. Let me just get to let me just get to town real quick. Let me get who died? Schecter died, but Schecter dies a lot. So does it count? He's like a bull in a china shop. I don't know that hardcore is for him. Doesn't count? Okay. So I can do ignore this command. That's not it. But what I can do I got you. We're gonna have another command added to it. Hey, beautiful. Oh wait, why isn't it showing my characters? Profile not found. Oh, is it the same armory? It is. It's right there. Oh my god. Why is it naked though? Oh, because this is the dead one. Hold on. Got it. All right. Let's go ahead and just make this a thing. Let's go edit com, or no, let's do add new add com hardcore. We'll just do hardcore. Is that a thing? HC. No. There you go. That's my current gear. Send that in multiple places. Okay, cool. So there you go. If you wanted to see it, there's a command over there. Let me pull that back up. We also got a dwarf star. We ain't mad about that. kind of sucks that it's... Oh my god. Get this stuff out of here. Good stuff only. You good? What's up? Get back there, honey. She's my baby girl. All right. What a game so far. Let me know if you need anything else. Happy to talk about it. Tell you why I have what I do have on, or why I don't. If I don't have it on, chances are it's because we don't have one. Just the... Or I'm not worth it. I think we could sum it up as that as well. But we're at the point now. We are over damage. We're gonna go switch belts. The time has come. The only reason we wore that belt was for the damage reduction. If we are over cap, we are long been time to switch. Now the question is which belt do we use? It's gonna be between these two. I want to say the lightning wins. What do you guys think? Max res is nice too, though. That's pretty nice. That might be it. Just keep yourself strong, Woot. All right. So now we're sitting at 42% damage reduction, pretty good. Max all res, decent overcap on everything except, well, I guess poison's not cap, but whatever. Yeah, that's more annoying than a game breaker. Still gonna die to Steigendals. Make no mistake. I am not safe. But happy Sunday, y'all. You made it. Another week is done. You guys think this is the first day or the last day of the week? Where do you fall in this team? Or is it the middle of the week? Be real special on that one. For me, it's the first day of the week. We're here. Day one. I'm gonna need that amp damage to go away. Thank you. The life after kill has been noticed as well. Super huge upgrade. It's the last day of the week for you. New week always starts with the first day of the work week. See, you live to work. No, I'm just kidding. It's just your cadence. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't know why I've always thought of Sunday as the first day of the week. It's not like a hard rule for me. I wouldn't correct somebody if you said something like in the wild, right? I don't know. I know it's not a super hot take. I hate poison.
Hello.
You know, I don't use my thing enough. There we go. Almost should just get like a... Is there a shield that has cleanse on it? Is there a cleanse shield? How far down is cleanse into defensive? 2 points? Probably not. It's like... Oh, hold on. I got to read that in a second. This is one of those moments. Just got to be careful. Loving the hit recovery. Jesus Christ. Has a huge following. I have 48 hit recovery. Nice. We're 1 point away from the next frame. We're at 85. What a stupid number. That's great. All right. I like to end my week with 2 to 3 days off in a row. You and everybody else, brother. This works. I love splash damage. Splash chain. Was not going to change that for anything right there. God damn it, cat. You're freaking me out, man. You're going to give me a PTSD because you can't get through the glass. Cat saw a rabbit. Honey bunny. No. Find it? You going through? Oh God. Huh. Stay right there. If I can see you, it's not a big deal. It's nice, in fact. I like to see her freak out at cats or at rabbits. It's when she does it behind the curtains that it freaks me out. Hi, how you doing today? But yeah, anyways, changes the mindset to maximize your weekend. Thinking of Sunday as day one makes you focus on getting ready for the rest of the week. If that's what you need to get you there. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is why there's no wrong take on it, but yeah. It doesn't matter. Just think about hours. That's all you've got. Do I upgrade lightning to counter Diablo's red lightning attack? Do I have to upgrade lightning? Upgrade what lightning? I'm sorry. Even though I have decent lightning res, I still die from it pretty quickly. Yeah, the lightning, you need to have good max fire and lightning res for Diablo. That lightning's still going to hurt a little bit. It's not something you can just stand there and take in the face. There is a bug where if you stand right underneath them, you should be able to kind of dodge it in the... Wait, which difficulty are you doing? Show my damage. 26 to 11k. Why is that all men want to see is my damage? You don't want to see who I am? See what Woot's about? I get it, women. I get it. Where's Leash? I need to talk to Jess too. Been super supportive lately, and I appreciate that. Oh. All right, no more nice things. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it. Daily Hammerden, stream daily. You stream your Hammerden daily. Oh, what's up, dude? You're a streamer? Nice. I love that for you. How long you been streaming? I used to do a lot of content creation. I don't as much anymore. I'm trying to get back into it a little bit while I have the time. I went back to school. In my last 2 years, I kind of went hard on school. Was knocking out like 19 credit hours a semester. The last one I was there, and just kind of trying to get the most out of everything I could, because I paid for it already and it was free. So as much as I could get, the better, right? Now, I don't have that going on, but I'm trying, man. I'm trying one day at a time. Took your nephew to Astro Fun World in Aurora yesterday. Astro Fun World. Aurora, Colorado? Aurora, Illinois? Did you go to Wayne's World, bro? Do Wayne's World in? Illinois, shut up! Did I know you lived in Illinois, Epic? I just golfed in Aurora not too long ago. I think I knew that you lived in Illinois. Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Van Helsing. Live about 45 minutes away from me. Okay. What, so I'm looking at possibly working out in Elgin, if you're familiar with it, where that's at. I know you're familiar with that. Everyone knows where the fuck Elgin is. I got my next meetings on Tuesday. Those are better than what my Merc uses. That's funny. Doesn't take much. Elgin's a nice area. Yeah, 2-3, of course. We'll see if it works out. It's got to be a good fit. We meet for the first time. Why am I keeping these? I think I said I would just dump them here till later. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we just deal with them as we move on. Okay. D2 is the best game ever? Yeah, it is. I'm not going to disagree with you. I think there's some contenders up there. Like the original Halo. Counter-Strike 1.5. Diablo 2. Oh, what was the treasure hunting game? Not Lemmings. Treasure Island. Treasure Island's up there. Good to level up in your career. There you go. Yeah, I finished school, so I just need to get back into a career. I haven't worked a real job in like 5 years. Need to do that. Might go back to school though. If this doesn't work out, that's kind of the plan. I'll just dive back into school. Go finish it up in MBA at Northwestern. Evanston's a bit of a cruise, but whatever. I think it like end game having that just basically, you know, I get whatever job I want after that. With my salesmanship and those credentials, who could say no to this guy? What degree did you get? It's a business management and leadership degree. But I pretty much got the most out of the College of Business experience as I can. I'm at a weird point where I need to basically, the only caveat is one, which is finance. If I did them in a specific order, if I went accounting first and then went finance, all I would have to do is one semester of the final senior year loaded up at, I think it was like 18 credit hours, and I would get a degree for each undergrad if I wanted to. Because I've done all the prereqs for every degree field up until their senior core level year. Plus one class, because there's some, like, you have to have like X amount of, anyways, I did it all once. Like, I made a whole plan and had it all lined out, and I was like, look at all that, and then I never did it because I got an offer, but I might still do it. All right, we got 2 set IK. That's huge. It's not actually huge, but it's something. Is this my old crappy one? Yeah. Just say goodbye to some of this stuff. Say goodbye to some and put the other stuff together, right? What am I missing here? Helm? Didn't I have a Saigon's helm? Cool. I had a shield at one point, but oh, never mind. It's still right there. I was like, I thought I threw it away. All right. Hey, we completed a set. Go us. Yeah, it was a fun time. I graduated with like full high distinguished honor bullshit on my thing. Did a bunch of things. Finished a couple of different programs. I went through a negotiations thing to get like a negotiations cert. Absolutely love negotiations. That was probably like I loved my degree. My degree was fun. If I could get a master's in negotiations, I think I might enjoy that even more. It's the same reason why I want to get into the career I do. I love looking at puzzles and kind of finding not just like the best pieces, but like the pieces you didn't know that existed. I think that's fun. Good morning, Joel. Good to see you. I know that guy. I know that guy. Which extension modded D2 are you playing? This is Project Diablo 2. It's my favorite. I like them all for the most part. There are a couple quirky ones out there that like change Diablo beyond what I like. But Project Diablo 2 is that nice balance that finds a way to kind of keep the best game we've ever played with the upgrades we always wanted. I think if we were to see Diablo 2 kind of get updates and patches regularly from like Blizzard and company, we would see similarities between PD2 and this as much as they could without getting called out for stealing everything from Poe, right? So I originally wanted a degree in finance and CPA cert, but decided I didn't want to be stressed out. Why would you be stressed over other people's finances? You think you'd be stressed, you wouldn't, because you'd be knowledgeable. You would know what you're doing. That doesn't breed stress. You're not stressed at your current job because you know, well, you might be, like work-wise. People might stress you out, but you know what you're doing. Unless you're working, funny enough, I just had this conversation with my friend who, I can't really tell you what he does, but he works with electricity in a way. And he works with like unsafe levels of some electricities. And so he's like, I'm just over it. Like, I don't trust myself anymore. I'm getting older, getting careless. It's like, bro, I understand that. I don't know if we're slamming these. Passive magic. Is that a Sempra thing? Good morning, Shady Nuka. Thanks for the stream. No, thank you. Of course, I'm gonna stream. Yeah, I'm here because you're here. Let's get that. Hi. If you've never been here before, it's your first time checking in. My name is MrWoot, or Tyler. You can call me whatever you want. Holly, Woot, Wood. I respond to a lot of things. Call me asshole. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I'm here because you're here. Like, I would be playing games, but I'm only streaming because somebody wants to be here and hanging out and building a community with, you know, the other people who like our Diablo games. So my hope is that one day we have a love relationship flourish throughout my chats, and we can see maybe a couple Diablo folk get married, and we can have a chat baby vicariously through them. That's my hope, my dream. Adoption's a real option too. We just need a stream baby. Okay, I'm taking some damage there. Don't like that. Didn't like that at all. I think that's big for something. I feel like that's big for something. Maybe the mercenary.
Not even death can save you from me.
So yeah, see, this is why I like PD2 right here. It doesn't break the basic Diablo fight, right? Like, it's still a fight, and I'm pretty geared, so it's not a big deal for me to deal with this stuff. But like, that was still Diablo at the end of the day. We didn't change anything. We still had Diablo. I mean, I guess it feels so right, but at the same time, oh, so wrong. Any whirlwinds, so the frames don't really matter. But he's all about his damage, so frames matter. What do you guys think? MF or damage? I'm gonna go damage at this point, I think. Yo. Darn it. I got hyped and then lost the hype. Fail. Oh, you know what'll actually make the decision for us? The shards. The shards make the decision for us on what armor we wear. It's this one. All right, he's got res. Let's just put some. Just copy what we did, right? Don't ever think it. Just you had a winning recipe. Still winning. Still a recipe. Only difference is he takes a little bit more damage. Who cares? Oh shit, we have more. Right. Everybody talks, everybody talks, everybody talks too much. Kind of a funny song for a singer or for a streamer to be singing. All right. Cheers, let's do this. The passive looks slammable. What looks slammable? I'm sorry. Oh, the passive is Amazon. Yeah, passive's on. I just didn't know if we had anyone in the group that's going to use it. You know what I mean? Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still a group self-found, so. That's so much strength, dude. Does it fit in the build? No, it doesn't. Wait, what? Right, there's no fire res on a dwarf star. Hmm. Okay. Let's go bail. Crazy. You got some coffee in Hollywood talking shit about a good Sunday morning? Bro, dude. That's how it be sometimes. Things are looking good today, bro. Are you kidding me right now? Let's go, dude. Let's go. These are items I never see drop on my softcore characters. T-Gods with great damage, 146. Just missed max. And max lightning res. And we didn't brick it. And we added vitality. Now we have a real contender here. Like, I mean, come on, chat. What do you think? There's so much damage there. A little bit of love on the res. Or for lack of res. Hold on. Is that a problem? No, it's not. Gotta be the T-Gods. I agree. Hello. Snow Clash is pretty. That's the boss belt right there. Like the Uber boss belt. But it was prettier than what we were using. But now we got two T-Gods. Let's slam the other one, see what happens. We brick this one. It is a brick. It's not a brick. All res on a T-Gods. Oh, yeah, dude. Look at that. I have an extra T-Gods. Okay. Still doing well there. I like that. Yeah, yeah. 2 max Snow Clash. That's definitely for I think Lucky's gonna probably snag it for something, I'd guess, for bossing. Maybe not. Maybe I get to keep it and do it myself. Look what I can do. I'm gonna make a video today on this character. I need to remember to do that. Let's do our thing too. We don't need to be there. Oops. Do you guys bind your portals, or do you open them like I do? Like I open and click the book. You guys binders? Do you put a little bit of faster cast rate on your character just so you can cast the portal a little bit faster? Just sneak it on a ring or something. You bind yours? F8. Okay. That's a hand reach though. F8. Or are you one of those freaks that uses mid keyboard for Diablo? I've seen that. I use freak openly on that one, by the way. Oh man, need Remy to be coming to my chat. Saw Quake in Discord yesterday. That was awesome. Kylor's here as well. Hey, buddy. You've been active this morning, so Mr. I voted or submitted. Second to me. I submitted first. Damn it! Tired of everyone stealing my songs. $13. That's gonna be an upgrade. Saw you didn't hesitate to put your songs this morning. Yeah. I got the last 2 weeks. One of my songs. This week was 1. Last week was 2. Sorry. Reverse that. Last week was 1. The week before that was 2. You think so? I mean, yeah, you're doing pretty well. I've been playing a little bit, like 1 serious song, 1 meme song. I've also been thinking about cutting the season shorter and starting another season and then only doing 1 song. I mean, we're going to do another season anyways, but only doing 1 song per person per season, per week. Damn it. Get that out. I like having multiple, but I think you understand, like, there's benefit on both. I just like these because they have MF for my Merc. Like, that's it. Like, Sanders is cool, faster run walk, but I teleport. Wouldn't it be cool if you could have any character? Like, you could hire an assassin to be your Merc. Oh, that would be fun. Why am I taking so much damage from Bale? Bring it on, Bale, baby. Make me pot. Keep me intrigued. Nothing too special. There's always another game though. Another slot to pull, another machine to be had. Is there a game that feels more like a slot machine than the ARPG, than any ARPG? I kind of want those back. All right, 18 to 35. I don't know why that doesn't say Venge. It should. I think it's probably just shy if it doesn't. Strong low. Okay, personal. Keep a little bit of money in the personal bank just because. Whatever. Diablo 2 definitely perfected the slot machine pull. Yeah, it doesn't really make you feel it as much. What else you got? Lightsaber, indeed. Yep. Got Lucky. Got Lucky's old lightsaber. If you're not familiar with who Lucky is, that doesn't make sense, but it was his. We're running a small group self-found, and he'd managed to get a really nice socketed Azereth blade, and that was better for what he was doing. So this was a quick for me. And I've got a Glimmer Shred, but I unfortunately can't hit the correct IS breakpoints with the way I'm built right now. So unless it hits 2 sockets, it's probably not going to be in the build. Okay. Apparently I cannot click a door. I'm getting frustrated. Gimmer is a bit of a pain anyways. Has really short range. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I boss, so I'm... By boss, I mean... I kill act bosses. You know what I mean? So, like, distance is where I'm at anyways. I'm just here for the big machine pulls. I'm sure that Vengeance Paladin's like actually good at mapping, but I like the... I just love LOD bossing. I don't know. I wish MEF didn't have the restrictions it did. Well, MEF could still be fun, but the dolls on the way, nah. For so many reasons, not MEF. Since when is killing Andy bossing? I meant like, I don't want to call it bossing, but LODs. Lotting. I like lotting. Call me a lottie. I snorted a little bit. But yeah, Static, you play any? This your game for you? We just found a burr rune just a few minutes ago. Right here in Chaos Sanctuary. It's pretty hype. I swore immediately. I'm trying not to. Oh, lottie coming. I like that. That's good. I think, oop, who's calling me? It's my mother. Hi, Mama. Good morning. How are you? Yo, dude, Witch Wild? Seriously? Did we just... I don't know who would use that. Cougs would use it? Cougs would use it. So would Pilot. I think Cougs would use it over Pilot, though. Just play style. Mama with the gossip? Nah, dude. My mom just wants to steal my kid for the day, but we have plans. We're going to Chicago. There's a minor league baseball team we found called the Chicago Dogs. I don't talk about it as much as I used to. I used to demolish hot dogs on stream. And I loved hot dogs. I still do love hot dogs. Hot dogs are, I think, like the ideal food shape. Ayo, you know, taste. I love them all. But I got yelled at for eating them as much as I was. Health reasons. So I had to stop. But I probably took years off my life with hot dogs. I think that's a safe assumption. Costco is my weakness. Big fan of Costco. They rolled out executive early entrance this week, so, or last week. I can't wait to go try that out. You can enter at like 9 a.m. instead of 10 if you've got the expensive membership. Dude, I'm about that. I don't need, it's, you know what's gonna end up happening though? You're just gonna see the problem I have. Pixned, what's up, man? I hate them for some reason. Digest them for like 12 hours. Hot dogs? You might be eating a weird hot dog if it takes you 12 hours. Are you still like burping them up later is what you're saying? That happens to me with some things. Look, I'm burping it up hours later. Oh, the Costco ones. Huh. Yeah. I could see it. I haven't had one in so long. Anytime I have a soda, it makes me burp things for a long time. You gotta unwrap them before you eat them? Absolutely. Yeah, Corey, it sucks. I miss hot dogs. Oh, I really do. But luckily for me, Costco's got pretty decent, like, fast food pizza. You know, if you have low-ish expectations, Costco's a home run.
Moo, 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 moo.
Hey, thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate that.
Moo,
Sorry I don't acknowledge that stuff anymore, but I'm figuring out my activity feeds again. I really appreciate all this love and support. Mwah. Hey, baby. Yeah, I'll be saying hey. I'm not gonna move you. Just hang out. Get pet. It's fine. Pizza's okay. The poutine at Costco is horrible, though. I've never been offered Costco poutine. I can't imagine it has a lot of soul in it, though. It's probably a very bland poutine. They got good pizza. I'm about to buy one from their play sets. Oh, you're going to buy a Costco play set? Clutch. They have great resale value, too. Ask me how I know. I forgot to do bail. Yeah, I think Costco pizza is like for the speed at which we can get a Costco pizza. Like, you really can't. There's not a lot of places that offer you gas station speed with like better than Little Caesars quality, right? Like, Little Caesars has to be a line, I think, for like the hot and ready type of pizzas. Little Caesars is the standard. By the way, that's on, I just found that charm on hardcore. 39. This is a huge fucking grand charm. What is this trading for on hardcore right now? Probably nothing because there's nobody buying hardcore, but let's see. Trade. Trap skiller. It's a charm. And how do I can filter hardcore, right? How do you filter hardcore? Mode, that's it. Hardcore. Search. This would be the best one available on trade for hardcore right now. And the only one available selling for 1.5 high runes. That's at least a burr, yeah. That'd be my guess too. Crazy. Only sold for 3. Yeah, but hardcore, core, hard is hard, you know, cores. 3, I think you got, I don't want to say you You could have held out for 3.5 if you wanted to. I don't think there's much difference there. Damn it, nothing to teleport to. Ain't much of a difference between 3. 3 is a burr? Oh, is 3.5 not a burr right now? I haven't looked at trade values in a couple weeks. Burr higher on hardcore? Probably. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know hardcore trade stuff. I didn't know they were different. I mean, I knew they were different, but I don't know they were different, you know. Pretty sure burr's 3. Half a burr. Probably. Usually how it works. Again, it doesn't matter. We're not trading. It's all group self-found stuff. It's all just exists. Values don't really matter here. Somebody will give me a Saigons for it, I'm sure. Okay. Feel a lot safer here now than I used to. Still gonna die here. I'm sure of it. Things get unnecessarily froggy in the Chaos Sanctuary. See, like right there. Down to 800 HP. What is going on over here? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. PLR 50. All res. I wish it had flat, or not flat, a percentage. We'll keep that. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Yeah, I do owe myself a Costco trip sooner than later, too. I just need a reason to go. I can't ever find my... I'm a left-handed golfer, and I can't ever find my clubs in stock unless a lefty. I looked and looked and looked. Funny enough, the first time I went golfing with the stream guys, like people from here, I stopped at a Costco beforehand to get a hot dog and some balls. And they had left-handed wedges, and it was the last time I ever saw them. I feel like I'll never see them again. Costco 3 wedge set. There was some reason, like I had just spent a bunch of money or something, and I didn't want to spend like 150. And I wish I had, dude. All day I wish I had. Good stuff, dude. Can I ask something about politics? I don't want to start a flame war. Just want, yeah, what's up? I'm an open book. You can ask my opinion about almost anything. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore that question. Got a Pez too. Good stuff. I like this. This is good. We'll keep killing Diablo. What do you got, Intricate?
Hail to you, champion.
Just know my opinions are not always right. I'm speaking only on behalf of myself. How's the situation under Trump feel for you? From where I see a lot of propaganda, but oh, tons of propaganda. No, it's just America doing America, dude. It's chill. I mean, it sucks. Things suck. It'll be better. It'll be fine. It'll get better. It'll get worse. Things can't always be the way one side wants them, right? Eventually things will have to do it, but a lot of things are propaganda, a lot of hyperbolic statements, a lot of extreme statements. It really depends on what like factor of America. Like there's some things that are really good right now and some things that really suck. It just depends on like what lens you want to look through it and how it directly affects your values. But at the end of the day, it's still I ain't stressed, my friend. I'm just not in love with private police forces. I don't think Americans have the means to do what we're doing mentally. I can go a little bit deeper on that. I don't think a lot of Americans that are going to be doing this are mentally capable of, what do you call it when we're not invading? Homeland policing, like actual policing. I just don't think it's going to work well. Way more about that big, beautiful bill is kind of terrible if you actually break it down and look at it. No, yeah, no, for sure. There's a lot of bad things that are in there, but it really is like a lens and a perspective type of thing. While I agree with you, I do. There are people who like the things that are in there. Like we can't just make definitive good, bad statements, even though, you know what I mean? We know there's bad stuff in there that's going to hurt a lot of people. There are. From what I read on the interwebs, just about either this guy is end up not finishing his term again, or he'll end up a dictator. Yeah, I mean, we can't intricate. That's like the Americanism right there. We only see things. We can only have discussions on extremes in America. There is no middle for most people. And I think the reason is because most people aren't smart enough to even know what it is they're talking about. It's easier to fall into an extremist view on something because your compass is clear for the uneducated, right? It takes somebody to actually do research to understand where their positioning might be on something. And most people, this is not an Americanism, this is an internetism. Most people are not willing to do the research to back up their own argument. So it's easier to fall into place under the extremist sides on your argument, but probably not actions. Where I think a lot of people run their mouths, I don't think like their actions follow suit. It's the only way people have political discourse anymore is just through extremist armchair discussions. I think that was pretty good. I think I did good there. It's a lot to overload. They're doing so much so fast, really hard to keep up and digest it all. Yeah. It's your choice to digest it all. You don't have to. I think there's a time and a place to know what's important and when it's worth digesting. Well, you're probably talking about something important like the bill itself, though. Yeah, that's never a thing. I would love to see single voter or single issue bills be the standard. That'd be cool. Policing, just as you stated, yeah, Americans American people, first of all, are not going to be they're not going to do well being policed. We can go ahead and say that. Like, I'm excited to see it. Maybe this will bring like actual police reform long term. But the minute you get people who are like the white people that are like getting fucked with because their political stance is different. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes over. I should I'm from a police family. I feel like I should fully spell out all of my positions here. I'm from a police family. I'm retired military myself. Served a long time in a bunch of different countries, policing them. You know, it's all. Only reason I have an opinion here. That's it. Haven't been numbered enough yet to allow the ladder to happen. I don't think I'm a hot enough take, because I would never stand up to a fight I couldn't win type of thing. I don't know if that makes me a coward, but you know, I think there's a time and a place, and I think I can do more my own way. Anyways, it doesn't help that any of the most news sources are biased. I don't watch news. It's easier that way. I read a lot. I can't watch news. You're getting, it's always shallow as shit. You got to go deeper. You can't, if you're watching the news, it's not enough. Yeah, and everyone's gonna have a bias. If you read news from a Western source, it has a bias. Eastern source has a bias. Neutral source has a bias. It's bias. That's fine. Bias is okay. There's nothing wrong with bias, stereotypes, or any of that. It's just how you apply them that makes them wrong. Having a bias is okay, and recognizing it makes you a better person. To help with the bias, there are a few news aggregators out there like Ground News and Sparrow. I agree with you. Those are, if you don't know like what your own biases are, they're out there. Good ones. I would recommend reading everything. I would not put all your eggs in one news outlet if that's what you're trying to do. If you're trying to read news, I wouldn't just read one. Read them all. Read everything from all sides. If you're just reading neutral, you're not understanding the narrative that the other side has. It may not be what they're pushing, but it's what drives them. You need to understand both sides, like ambitions on an argument. You can't just like take it at face value on everything. You really have to know why people are doing what they're doing, because the reason they're doing it could be way different than what you actually think it is. So you gotta do that dance. You gotta find out where people are. While you're doing 13K vengeance, Kyler. I don't think the bill should ever be more than one subject. Right. I mean, it would really slow things down, but that's whatever. They can work more. I'm fine with that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the follows. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, there's some WOD rips there for you. If you want to see those, have a good laugh. It's there for you. All right. Let's do some IDing. I think this is just more stuff we've going to be disappointed by when I brick it. That hit really well. God damn it. God damn it. I don't want to brick it. We got a Zach. Which doesn't have any physical damage reduction. So while it's really good, like, it also... I don't know. Brick it? Let's brick it. Let's just brick it. Commit to the brick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, do you have a room in the Woot House? Do you need a room in the Woot House? Well, good news is we're building bricks today. Get your hammers. It's not a brick, I'm sorry. You all are still sleeping in the streets. What hit? What do you think it is? I think it's CBF. Let's look at the rest of our stuff real quick. Garbage. Don't know why I picked that up. Two sockets. I love beef stew too. I love beef stew. What's your favorite cut you put in there? You go cheap or bougie? No, I still maxed res. Oh, I love that for me. I love that for me. Okay. For stew, cheap as you can get. Yeah, no, not always. Sometimes you can go get that nice A nice meat. It's all stew, right? At the end of the day, it's all stew. I don't know. I don't think you have to cook it as long. Man, this has been a day for loot. Burroon, Zach. Some nice new armors. We got some stuff going, dude. What is up? Now I just want to find an IK armor. And belt and gloves. just casual. Hey man, this seems to be the place to farm. You do some lean cuts then, huh? IK armor Pindle? You can do it here too. Pindle would be worse than here. Because with the mod, it's boosted to an 85 zone, right? Pindle's still an 83 zone. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what an IK armor required is. I would guess it's 83. But I think Pindle's been nerfed too, yeah? Where like, doesn't drop as often or something? I feel like I've done a lot of Pindle runs and it's never really hit. Am I wrong about that? All your IKs from Pindy? Yeah. Maybe. I just don't like Pindles because I feel like it goes too quick. Let I turn that off. Oh no, that's good. Yeah, we're good. If you want just my hardcore gear jukebox, you can type exclamation point hardcore or HC. I made a command just for that. Touch a camel today? Have you never touched a camel before? Epicness. You ever take your kid? I got one for you. You ever take your kids to Gobert's farm in... It's not in Gobert, Illinois. It's near it though. There's two of them. I'm talking about the non-Goberts. It's on 72 near 90 where it gets on over by Huntley and Hampshire. And then it's right there. Epic if you're still here. Pop camel touch and cherry. Nice. I've played with some camels in my life. Been camel blessed, if that's a thing. I've had, you know, good camel opportunities. First time I saw like a camel herd, that was a trip because it was a big herd of camels. I forgot my merc. Big old herd. Don't actually have kids of my own. Never will. I got snipped. Might have to take the nephews. Yes, you should. Sorry, but yeah, you should do that. Pecatonica, where you can hike with goats. Yeah, Pecatonica is a great spot. Absolutely. I used to go there a lot for work. Pecatonica. I love to say it. Pecatonica. There's also Tippecanoe. And what's the other place that I like to say? Oh, it's down by Kankakee. Bourbon Ass, Kankakee. I love Illinois. The words we use for shit is wild. You know what I mean? It's just great. Kishwaukee. But yeah, Epic. They have a giraffe. They have giraffe. 2 giraffes? They have a giraffe. They might have 2. They have a giraffe in Gilbert, Illinois. They also have the Super Epic Light Show. If you remember those light show TV shows, there was a super huge one in Illinois that was like, it's the Larson family farm where it ended up being like this huge traffic jam where things were like built out for miles and people fought and somebody got stabbed or some shit. It was a whole fucking thing, right? Anyways, Gilbert's bought it. They bought the whole light show. So in the winter, you can go up and you can see it. And it costs a boatload of money, but you can go watch a really sweet light show. My old hometown in mid New York State. New York is fun to say. Poughkeepsie? I can't say that. Yo, what up, Dogfather? All right, where was I at? Right. Good morning, everybody. If you're just hopping in, happy Sunday. Hope you all have had a great week so far. Catch a little bit of WOOT before you start your work week. Poughkeepsie? There we go. It probably is. I talk about this every now and then, but I actually am like dyslexic. I have a terrible issue with words that I'm unfamiliar with. So, yeah, keep them coming. It's fun. Watch me try to learn new languages. It's impossible. I learn new languages like kids learn English today. I don't memorize how the word is built. I memorize it like it's a flashcard. I just cannot build on it. Is that like a requirement to join the army? No. Whatever I have was not a requirement. I would actually not be allowed to be in the military if I'd been properly diagnosed with stuff. I was diagnosed with ADHD in the military. I can tell you there's probably a dozen of us that's happened to. You do not get diagnosed while you're serving because you're not allowed to be in with that diagnosis. It was absolutely wild. The doctor was like, I don't know how to go forward with this. Because at the time I wasn't at I was infantry, by the way. I wasn't at my infantry unit. I was working for a hospital at the time just because I knew some people and that got me a job. And he's like, dude, you would not be able to go back to your unit if I give you this diagnosis. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I have it, right? He's like, you do. All right, so can we just deal with that in the future? Sure. After running around you like an hour, they don't care. You think the military cares about a body that's willing to work hard and do dumb shit? Nah, dude. You just make them. I just did a lot of push-ups. That's the trick, mech. I got really strong. Did a lot of push-ups. A lot of push-ups. I've been punished so many times that do 250 push-ups became a normal thing. Just do 250. They just say, just do 250. Because it would take me, they knew that 250 would break me off. I would be absolutely smoked at 250 push-ups. This wanted to be good. This is good. Sort of. It could be good-ish. Not really, but Ritalin would be dope if they just like hooked everybody up. Yeah. No, the problem is the prescriptions you get for ADHD are not available while deployed. It's just that they don't make those things available to you. So you can't deploy is the thing. And if you can't deploy, you can't. You see where this is all like where it becomes an issue? Because I was infantry. So they're like, you can't be infantry and be non-deployable. That's not how that works. I'm like, I know. They offered me some different jobs. I got offered laundry specialist, which doesn't actually do laundry. They do repairs on like canvas. It's more about sewing and stuff like that. They offered me a underwater welding position that I was interested in until they looked at my medical file and realized I was, it's the only thing in the military I'm not allowed to do for the military is scuba. I have a thing. I don't even want to explain it, but I have a thing I'm not allowed to do scuba as a job. I can do it as a hobby, but I can't do it as a job. Crazy pay outside the military? Yeah, it's just incredibly dangerous. Say maintenance or convenience? You want me to say onomatopoeia? I know these words, Dogfather. I worked in maintenance. I've liked convenience stores. It is convenience, not conviction, right? A convenience. And onomatopoeias are all my passwords. This is probably too much. All of my passwords are onomatopoeias. Good luck figuring them out, but like my passwords are onomatopoeia based. I don't use real words. Yeah. Is that... Yeah, I worked in maintenance before I was in the military. I did apartment maintenance for college apartments. Did that for a couple of years, and then even when I was in the military, they have a position when I lived in the barracks called RNU. What did RNU stand for? Anyways, my job was to do basic maintenance at the barracks, and if it was above my head, to call in a work order. Dude, I can change toilets, drywall, like I can do anything that's like. I'm comfortable doing anything that's inside of a residential house. There's nothing I haven't done. I've done electrical, I've done plumbing, I've done carpentry. The only thing I haven't really done is paint. I don't have any experience painting. Yeah. Kano raided me? Why? You are what? Hi Kano. What's up, man? I'm not cool enough to be raided by Kano. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hi everybody. Hello. 416 raiders too. What the hell are you doing? I'm not cool enough. Good to see you, man. How's my favorite druid doing?
Moo, 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 moo.
How's my favorite druid?
Moo, 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 moo. Moo.
Hey donuts, long time no see.
Moo,
Yeah,
moo,
suffering
moo,
without some
moo,
druid
moo,
runs.
moo,
I wish
moo,
I could
moo, moo,
provide.
moo.
I don't think I've ever planned a full druid run, a full Uber run. Right now, just playing a little PD2, rocking some hardcore group self-found Vengeance Paladin. It's been a heck of a day so far. Found a burr rune just a little bit ago and a shield. So, right now we're just rocking through. This was all about experience. There we go, level 87. Good timing. Trying to get up to 93, so I guess the way we ruled it up was at 93, you can pick what alt you want to rock. So, gonna do that. Seems like fun. 91, even better. 91. Yeah, that's my moo. Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's very sweet of you. Repair and utility was RNU. Thank you. Coming back to my story. Thank you, Dogfather. Yeah, so I did maintenance for. I was in the military too. Did some maintenance for the barracks, but it wasn't anything like big. It was mostly just getting people like you know, a dumbass kid kicked in his doorknob, needs a new doorknob. Maybe broke like a light bulb that you don't buy. That's where I would come in. Nothing special. And then when I worked my job after this, I worked for light bulbs, batteries plus bulbs, if you're familiar. I learned a lot about electrical work and started doing some side stuff with some friends. I've never like full wired a house. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like if I had somebody there who knew what they were doing. I am very comfortable with just like commercial lighting though. Like I've installed everything commercial lighting. Ballasts, high pressure sodium lights, LED retrofits. I'm about it. It's too easy. Electricity is apparently scary, but it's also to me like just turn it on, turn it off. Test, is it live? I don't know. You like it's safe, but stupid things can happen. So yeah, a little bit of maintenance, you know, was good for you. Good morning, Leela. Always nice to see you. So Donuts, what are you playing now? You start a hardcore group self-found in Diablo 1. This man shows up for like a couple days, gets bored, and pops smoke. I think he needs back on Poe already. I thought you gambled all your stuff. How are you back on Poe? Poe GSF. I can't even. How far did you make it in Diablo 1? Diablo 3? Did you keep going? Your brother was wired 440? He said it was terrifying. He could feel the current flowing through his whole body the entire time. Yeah, that's scary. I don't ever want to fuck with 440. I'm good. The worst I did was a dryer hookup. I did wrong. And yeah, I screwed some stuff up. And I was like inches from death, but I didn't die. That'd be the worst experience I've had. I used to play with a spot welder too. that used to send a good amount of voltage. I've been electrocuted a few times with that thing. Whew. You find out real quick when you're holding something funny. Like when you're welding batteries together, like big voltage batteries, and you're accidentally grounding it with like while you're holding it, and then you're trying to put a weld on the top. Oh, your whole arm goes numb for a heartbeat. And you're like, am I having a stroke? Is this it? Is this how I die? Yeah, that sucks. It was a lot of fun though. I like building custom batteries. I feel like I got out of it right at the best time too, because all the stuff they're doing with like lithium battery packs and like scooters nowadays, I feel like you could really, I got out of it right as I could have dove into it, like full nerd style. Yeah, maybe one day. It's given me a good baseline knowledge too, to have conversations with other people about other things. I'm fascinated by electricity generation, power plants, transmission lines. I want to hear more about it. We just had a really cool thing. Oh, that's not cool. It's a really scary thing happen where we have a bunch of big construction going around here for some bigger companies. And I live out in the sticks, right? So they put some stuff up like real early, and they put up all the power lines for the new construction well before the buildings were ready. So I'm guessing the anchor at the end of the line wasn't done properly, and we had some tornadoes rip through northern Illinois, and it knocked down all the power lines, like all of them. Which is crazy. I don't know why they didn't just bury the lines. Cost is why they didn't, but yeah, I don't know. It was kind of cool to see them all knocked over. And we didn't even get hit by the tornado either. Thank you for all those follows, guys. Sticky, Zax, Pub Squash, Yokamore, Sim, and anybody else I missed. Evan Swag. Thank you guys. Appreciate seeing you guys here. Then when I was deployed, I got to do a bunch of stuff with the Seabees. If you know what a Seabee is, they do a lot of construction for the Navy. I was on a base that had Seabees who built stuff for us. And they were real cool with us in the beginning, kind of building anything we wanted. And then we started asking for things that like were just kind of extra. So they're like, listen, you guys can build it yourselves, but we can't be over there doing that for you all the time. So we started getting real creative. We had a lumberyard. This happened in both deployments, actually, where we had access to a lumberyard, and people just built some amazing stuff. And so I got to build a lot of decks, did a lot of decking, did some bunk beds, some other stuff, and I just kind of got comfortable with it. I'm sure none of it would be up to like American code, but who cares? Just build it. If you build it, you can have it. It's like that episode of Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson's got to like bring his building up to code. It's my building. What do I care? If you build it, they will come. Absolutely. Speaking of old sports movies, are you guys familiar with, there's no crying in baseball. What movie? League of Their Own? That's where I'm from. Like where that movie's from. And for some reason, I keep seeing a bunch of people cosplaying this. I have a feeling they're going to like remake it or something. Something's got to be going down because they I keep seeing people up in these Peaches outfits doing stuff. That's a big ring. Just, League of Their Own, League of Legends version. I don't know about that. Codes only matter if there's someone to inspect it. That's what I try to tell people too. Like, I'm not going to name names. I have a friend who's trying to start a business, and they're trying to sell stuff, but they're so worried about every regulation ever that they're too afraid to sell their stuff. I'm like, dude, at some point you just got to know what the fine is, and just know if you're too small to get fined, right? But you have to be willing to accept the fine when it comes and then respond to it. You know, it's a weird system, but like, if you're not, you got to take a risk. You got to take some risk. If not, you're not gonna, it's never gonna work out. There's always a reason why you shouldn't do something, right? It's just, if you can measure the risk, come around it and like accept it and like build against it, you know, you can be successful. There's a will, there's a way. Business costs these days? Absolutely. And as long as you're not like hurting somebody, I think it's, they're there as like a safety net to kind of teach you as well. I'm not trying to say you should dump into the river. That's not like the advice here. It's just more like, you know, don't worry about being on the same level as Walmart when you're not Walmart. There's no, yeah, Walmart needs this weird thing so that they can sell this You Rock coffee cup. You don't. Because you don't fall under the same regulations. Just sell the fucking cup until somebody says, don't you sell too many of these to not have this? And then you go get it. You're not going to jail for that. It's just, yeah, you just pay it, right? As long as you're not hurting people, it's ethical, you're good to go. Like, not everyone needs to be a full professional to do a job. Sometimes you just need to be a hobbyist. Now, I will say, a friend of mine, he's not on any platforms. He's very anti-social media. He does tree cutting without any licensing or any insurance or anything, and I think that's a bit fucking wild. I think there's like a line and he crosses it with tree cutting. Ugh, that's scary, man. I wouldn't want to deal with that. Too many people. I guess you just don't have to make yourself available, but all right. Where were we at? Did we kill Bale yet? Diablo? No. That's just cool. I couldn't imagine doing something that with that much vision on you personally, but I'd cut a tree. I actually want to. We had a bunch of trees all planted at the same time, and like a company came through and trimmed them, but they missed the one in our front area. And it's like every tree, the lowest branch is just above my head. But the tree in our yard, it's getting kind of bushy, and like the branches come out at like my chest height. And so I have all the tools to trim trees. And my wife's like, you cannot touch that tree. She knew. Yeah, I can. I'm not gonna stop anybody. It's not our tree. Just a trim. It was close to something. If you act professional and don't draw attention to yourself, this is great advice for most things. Just be a professional. Work in aerospace, you have to be very careful about making your parts. Absolutely, Kick-Ash. Where do you live? Are you from here? Where I'm at? You're from the middle of nowhere, Illinois, where we have aerospace everywhere? I've made a few friends through the aerospace stuff through ISU. I kind of miss them. Would definitely look them up if I had the opportunity. We have a lot of aerospace construction around where I'm at, though. A lot of satellite and ship parts. Washington State, okay. Are you familiar with Rockford, Illinois? It's a place for that stuff. We were just talking about them, like all the space stuff there the other day. Can always ask you a question. Can you spit off the back step and hit a cornfield? Yeah, I can right now. Yep, right now. Corn is chest high right now. Although one of the fields they didn't do this year. so I only have corn on one side of me. Hit your cornhole? Probably. I'm pretty accurate in cornhole. Although we don't call it cornhole where I'm at, we call it bags. I think that's it's not, I think we're the weird ones by calling it bags, right? Like everyone, all y'all call it cornhole, like everywhere. It's just, for some reason, we decide to call it bags here. Head high already with some getting ready to tassel. Yeah, the tasseling's starting to peak. It'll be cold day in hell though when yeah. It'll be interesting to see how the harvest is handled this year. There's a lot less people here harvesting.
What do you need?
I live in a place where they don't check your status when you go to school for like kids by design, because they hope that families like stay here through the harvest seasons and like do stuff. And yeah, I've been hearing enrollment is, they just opened a new school and they're worried about it because of the other ones having space again. Utah. What about Utah? I love Utah. Oh, you're talking about space building out there. Yeah. They got it this year, north central Iowa. Yeah. If you go down to like the I-80 line in Illinois, it's already there. I'm at that northern part of Illinois where like the snow line kind of creeps a little bit longer, so they wait. How does immigration function in the U.S.? Here you can go 10 steps without. How do they buy cars? You don't need a social security number to buy a card. You can get a ID. You can get a code from the IRS to do anything that you can pay taxes. You can have. You can't take credit lines, so that might be harder through traditional bankings. But there are places that will loan you money. There's just alternatives that aren't as streamlined. I know this because a good friend of mine is an illegal alien, which is a terrible word. I don't like any of those words. But yeah, I've learned a lot from him. He's in finance too, so he owns a business. He has like loans. He has investment opportunities, all without a social security number. Yeah, you can get well, everyone pays taxes. That's the thing. Like you have to pay, if you pay taxes generally, that you got left alone. And now that's just not as true as it was. But yeah, if you don't pay taxes, you're going to get fucked with real quick. Paying taxes is generally a thing that immigrants are proud to do and want to do as quickly as possible. It means you're part of the system. Americans love to bitch about our taxes, but like they ain't that bad compared to some places. And generally, like the dollar that you put in America for everything that you pay in tax, the benefit you get in return is generally good. Where a lot of people, where they're coming from places where they just don't see that type of thing. So it's, yeah. Again, the narrative that you see on the news is likely, you know, over hyped in one way or another. I live in a community where I grew up. Now I don't live there now, but like where I grew up, it's very much. They had a name for it in college. They called it a bedroom community. It's like people only sleep there, but they go work everywhere else. But it's also got a big, a large population. A migrative population. They migrate with the harvests, and then they come back here long term. Did he enter illegally? His dad did. He was born in, well, I guess, yeah, he did too then. But he came here on, I met him at school too, so he goes to a state school. Yeah, you can do everything. You just, there's a way to do everything. It just makes certain things harder. You can't do anything without an ID. I think we're on the way to that. That's one of the things that's kind of scary here in America. I think we're on the way to that. I think the idea of anonymous isms and secure and like secrecy just for the sake of it, like for the normal Joe, is like not really going to be a. I don't think it's been a thing for a long time, and I think, you know, people are starting to realize it. Now we're seeing even more of it get ratcheted down, right? You know, yeah, I mean, the guy I'm just talking about, like I said, I mean, his family owns businesses. They do things. They're very well off. They don't have social security numbers. Even without a driver's license. Yeah, copium. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of options. Like we want people to have, you know, we don't want people just hanging. We want people to be able to participate in the system. That's never changed. Just right now we're being weird about it.
Stay a while and listen.
Ooh. I have plenty of life now. Famous last words. All right. I'm going to go make a quick coffee. You should really be selling the junk items. You'll need gold when it comes time to roll maps. God. Epicness. Epicness. You were in my head, man. Literally, that was my thought. I'm like, God, I'm really going to need this. Thank you for the follows. Grey Goose. I was really thinking that too. I'm like, I should sell these. I'm going to need this gold. The time's going to come. I'm going to be rolling maps, even though, you know. All right. Copium. Tell me a story while I'm gone. Tell me your favorite story from your career, because that's a good one. I want to hear it. All right. Million gold to roll one map. Not this season, I hope. You should calm down on that, unless it was like a really good map to roll. All right, guys. BRB, though. Coffee time. Mikkel, do I have a shield for you? Maybe.
Moo, 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 moo.
Hey,
Moo,
thank you for the
moo,
follow.
moo,
Welcome back,
moo,
everybody.
Moo, moo, moo.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. You misread some plans and ended up placing the AC condensers in the wrong spot on the building. Had to trench up 50 feet in different directions to fix it. Sounds like a fun day. You just brought the machinery. Takes a day. Easy fix. Mistakes happen. People are human, right? Excuse me. You guys ready? Keep it going. All right. Let's go kill Diablo a few times. Another time, some fella followed one of the guys back from lunch with road rage. Oh, come on, people. Road rage? He jumped out of the car waving a gat and talked to him, told him he needed to leave, and he went across the street where I could see him. And threw the gun in the bushes. What? What? Why? Why would you throw your gun in the bush? Just leave. That's too much. People, don't bring a gun to a spoon fight, my friends. That's why most people don't need guns. Sometimes people will, like, if you know who I am, like, really well, I talk about how I was in the military a little bit. It used to be a big part of who I was. I was in the military for a long time. I've been deployed to a few different places. And so, like, some of my long-term friends, they don't really know me well, but have been, like, a part of my life, make some assumptions about me when we talk about things. One is people always like to talk to me about guns. And my favorite thing is, it's always people that are new. Like, if you know about guns and you want to talk to me about guns, well, fuck, let's talk. Like, if you know how to shoot, you're a safe shooter, and like you've got a history of it, let's talk. But if you're brand new into guns, I'm not your daddy. I do not want to be your, you know, there's no master and apprentice here. I'm not trying to teach you. I don't want to give you advice. I don't think you should have a gun. But if you're already at the point where you know about it, you grew up with them, it's like that type of thing where it's ingrained in who you are, we could probably talk. But if you're like from a state like Illinois, where I'm from, where getting a gun is not easy. You have to like apply, and then you get a card that you have to keep up to date. You have to know the sheriff's sisters, brothers, uncle, priest, or some shit. It's like a whole thing to like have legal gun ownership. So most people don't, right? And by the time that you can get into guns in Illinois, it's usually somebody who like, yeah. If you didn't have a reason to know about it before you were 40, I'm not going to teach you. That's kind of where I'm at with it. McCall, guns are hard to get there? Legally, yes. Super easy to get illegally. Hard to get legally. Illinois is one of the hardest states to buy a gun in legally. You have to get extra documentation from a state agency to buy a gun in Illinois. You can't just, like, go buy a gun. And even then, there's holding periods and all sorts of shit. I bought a shotgun once, and they had to hold it for, I want to say, 72 hours before I could pick it up after I got all the proper paperwork. Like, it's not a thing. Used to teach kids gun safety. That's awesome. There's a time and a place. Kids should absolutely be learning gun safety, even if they don't own guns. I feel like, you know, this is how you become a good gun owner, is by being around them. Without owning them, you don't need to own it right away. It's not like a hobby you need to have that beforehand. There are places you can go. You can learn from other people. Like, this isn't a thing that you just need to go buy 15 guns and a bunch of shit, because you know what you're going to do? Same thing everyone else does. Get drunk, clean your gun, pop around through your fucking condo wall, and then have a fucking problem with the police Monday morning. Like, this is a common story in the military. This is a very common story in the military. You just don't hear about it. I know multiple people this has happened to. Yeah. Military's full of fucking clowns. A 9mm? What about a 9mm? Whatever. I think it's a little small caliber. If you're trying to carry a gun for purpose, 9mm is probably not a good one. Place value that does all the paperwork for you, offers all the necessary classes. You walk and show your ID, they do the rest. Epic, I probably know what this business is. If you, I probably know who they are in some way, shape, or form. Like I'm probably like a friend of a friend or something. Yeah, I used to do work for a. So I used to sell batteries, like weird batteries, obscure batteries, and with my military background. Cops love talking to me about their toys because I know exactly what your M68 fucking sight optic battery is without you even bringing it in. I already knew what you needed because I know batteries and I know optics, right? And so I ended up like being the guy for some different non-law agency groups that like bulk order things. So people who do like training seminar bullshit, you know, those type of guys. I was a guy. So I was yeah. Smoke and Gun Works. I would need to know the owner. You don't have to do all that, but like if I looked up the owner, I could probably find a connection. Some way, shape, or form. Some schools around you started teaching hunter safety in a gym class block. I love that. Yeah, we should teach more outdoor survivability. That's the wrong word. Outdoor things. You can have guns indoors too, but you should more outdoor things need to be taught. Like a boater safety course in the Midwest, I feel like should be a part of college. Water safety, you know what I mean? Things that you just like maybe need to know about in general, like should be covered at some point. You know, if we're paying tax money, might as well teach these kids some stuff that like could be useful too. It's like general, like helps everybody else around them type of thing. I bet you there's absolutely communities out there who teach boater safety as part of like driver's ed, and they probably have like much better rates. We just taught it to everybody. Absolutely, Pablo. Diablo 2 forever. You bet. You guys have the gun show loophole to go that way? No, but like Illinois is surrounded by gun friendlyisms. Actually, I don't know what Wisconsin's gun laws are. Indiana was always super easy to buy, and anything south is just a breath away. Yeah, buying in Illinois, I will say my buying in Illinois experience is 15 years old, 20 years old. It was a long time ago. It was when I was new in the military. It was the last time I bought guns in Illinois. Everything else was bought in Kentucky or Tennessee. So the processes could have changed. Things could be harder, easier, whatever. But I know it's still, the FOID card still exists. Having to take a class to boat in Iowa, Minnesota when you turn 14? Yeah. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. I live in the type of place where like they may do better to teach you how to haul like a trailer as part of driver's ed. I don't know what other skills. I don't want to say anything with farming because it is niche. It's so niche now, farming is, that it's like if you don't come from like a farming generational thing, you're likely not going to be involved in it.
Moo, 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 moo.
Good luck,
moo,
Duck.
moo,
Thank you for the
moo,
follow, friend.
moo,
Welcome.
Moo, moo, moo.
Also,
Moo.
Pablo, appreciate you. Follow over there on TikTok land.
Moo, moo.
How to
moo,
start
moo,
a fire?
moo,
I'm okay with
moo,
that,
moo,
Epic.
Moo, 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 moo.
I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't think the percentage of people available today know how to start a fire is much different than what it was like by percentage basis points. Like there's obviously a different number of people, but like how to make a fire is not a common skill. I don't think it ever has been since, you know, whenever we needed everyone to make fire. And even then, I bet you it wasn't a common skill. Making a fire isn't the easiest thing in the world. I mean, the basics, you know, fuel, combustion, oxygen. Good to go. But the actual act of getting it there can be a struggle for people who even know how to do it. We went to a barbecue recently, and I assumed you had a propane grill. It was not. It was charcoal. Boy, howdy, man. He was out there grilling quick after lighting them coals. Boy, howdy. Learn to make a fire in the Boy Scouts? Yeah, I was in the Boy Scouts for long enough to do a Pinewood Derby and long enough to realize that if you don't have a dad who was a Boy Scout, you're not going to do well here. So I left the Boy Scouts. Went back to organized sports. It was a choice for me to drop a sport or do Boy Scouts. And I had chosen Boy Scouts because I wanted to hang out with my friends who were in Boy Scouts. And then I didn't want to hang out with my friends who were in Boy Scouts. I was like, you didn't make this. I'm smarter than you are, and I don't know how to make this. It's like, your dad clearly made this. Your dad who works at the engineering place and brought all the cool things in? Yeah, he made that. It's all right. I know everywhere's got like its ups and downs. My stepdad's a scout master. My brother's an Eagle Scout. Both my brothers are Eagle Scouts. Yeah. Two of my brothers are Eagle Scouts. There's no way the third one was in Scouts. Eventually you need sun? For what? What do we need the sun for? Do Boy Scouts sell cookies? No, they sell popcorn. I think they do candy bars too. McKelb. Googly Eyes-er, hey, I'm sorry. I just saw that you were saying something to you. I had to move out of because they didn't have health care. I'm sorry to hear that. Morning, Googly Eyes-er. Okay, we're good. Oh, you need the sun to start a fire. No, you don't. You can start a fire without the sun. Easily. I take back the word easily, but you can, yeah, you don't need a fire to start a sun. Even if you don't need a sun to start a fire. Even if you have like wet stuff, you could find stuff that'll burn. You just won't get as long a burn. I've made some fires, let me tell you what. A bow drill? I've never had to suffer through a bow drill. I come from a place where I can, well, at least when I was in the army, if you know what you're doing, you can find everything you need. You just got to go look in the rocks. Most of the time though, dude, like, you just buy a fucking fire starter. It's like not that hard. I can't tell you. I think every team had them, even when we were deployed, and we even had lighters. Like, it's just something you can just carry. It's just there. It's in my bag. Throw the stuff that's going to burn. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're getting into it, aren't we? Would you say knocking on strangers' door to sell stuff was a good experience? Yeah, I love cold calling. Yes, everyone should cold call. Everyone should door knock at some point. Whether door knocking is like, yeah. Door knocking is the only time you can get in front of a client face to face that you've never met before.
Hail to you, champion.
You're going to get told no 98% of the time too. Like I said, Korean American barbecue, friend, you have to be comfortable being told no. That's where the confidence comes from. Good morning, Esoteric. People hide when someone knocks? They've always hid when people knock. That hasn't changed. Difference is we have Ring doorbells now, so people can tell you to fuck off in real time.
Good evening.
No, I did door knocking for a while, and I didn't like it the first day, and then the second day I really liked it because it worked. And then my mind's been changed from that day forward. Door knocking's great too because it is one of the few things in sales that you can do to see a client that moment. Okay, like, and that is so undervalued for people. They don't realize like how hard it can be to find leads, to find people to just talk to about your business, to see if you can find a match. There's nothing better than door knocking. Did door knocking and calling them clients, you know? Yeah, knocked some doors, said hello. The best one I ever had was, I shouldn't tell all my stories. I threw a guy's water heater off his house once, Intricate. That was fun. He was a bad guy. He had a brand new water heater. He was getting ready to install it. Probably that weekend. We fucked up his day. Couldn't find anything on him to nail him that time. We wanted to. I was pissed off. He had a water heater up on the 3rd floor, brand new. I was like, fuck this thing. And I just chucked it into his courtyard, is what I think you'd call it. I don't think it's called a courtyard. That's making it into something it's not. It's much smaller than a courtyard, but it's like a part of the house that's open air. Just smash right on the ground. My lieutenant comes around the corner. What was that? It was a water heater, sir. It's all right. We nailed them later. Don't door knock in your neighborhood. Why not? What if I were to bring you this, McKelb, and I were to say, hi, your name is McKelb, right? And I have a thing I think you might like. Maybe you want my thing. Maybe you don't. Let me know. Your wife's brutal, but when they show up nap time, they don't give up. Hey, you know what? Because nap time means everybody's there. And if they were to knock when the kid was awake, you would say, I can't, my kids are busy. Nap time is the ideal time to knock on that door. See, I got you. I got you, McCall. I'm coming to your neighborhood and I'm selling peanuts. I suppose this would be an opportunity to like know your client better. I don't think I would go to your neighborhood and try to sell commercial lighting. Although, maybe I would. Do you want to be the next Utah mom? Get your own studio set up in your house right now, and I can get you Utah TikTok mom famous right now, because with my lighting, I bring out the best in your Utah momisms. Sell Buddhism in Utah? I imagine as strong as the Church of LDS is, there is probably very strong alternative religious sects in the area as well, compared to like where I have in Corntown, USA. I bet you there's a Buddhist temple somewhere out there. I don't have one here in town. I know where there is one in Chicago. I don't know if it's a Buddhist temple. Sorry. It's a temple of something. Anyways. We have a fairly large Mormon like population around here, and they seem to be pretty accepting of everything, you know. I don't love this amp damage. Hardcore, by the way. Same, yeah.
What do you need?
Not really the group that gives bad vibes. They're chill. You're 2 miles from you? Yeah. It's just like... And I feel that like people that are more comfortable with religion generally are more accepting of other religions existing near them. Versus where I'm from, yeah, you see people get weird about that shit. Like you see a new thing open up in town and all of a sudden everyone's a racist. It's like, whoa. Wow. Like we had a new church come to town that's like non-traditional Christianity and everyone calls it a cult. Because they did some cult shit back in the 70s, but like not since then type of ordeal. Guilt tripping? Talking about my wife? What are we talking about here? Persnackity's here? What church wasn't a cult in the 70s? That's a great perspective to take. I love that. All right, let's try not to die real quick. Yeah, it's a cult calling a cult, kettle calling the, or calling the kettle black, type of thing. Yeah, it's hard to see. It is, but that's just how people are. They fight change that they're not familiar with. My favorite fight to pick nowadays. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, we should just put a roundabout here. It triggers where I'm from. Everybody, dude, who's like, for some reason, it's just like one of the most triggering fucking things you can say. Like, accident happens. Well, there's a roundabout here that probably wouldn't have happened. Triggered, and I love it. I love roundabouts. Caramel, Illinois, is like where I want to live. No, sorry, Caramel, Indiana. Caramel, Indiana. It's the roundabout capital of America. They removed all intersections to rebuild them with roundabouts. They have less traffic accidents than anywhere else. It is amazing. They also have a ton of parks. Really nice area. They did the same thing here, XLX, and they're installing one by a school, and everyone's freaking out about how are the children going to cross the road at the roundabout. How did the children cross the road at the four-way intersection? They did it. They walked across it with a crossing guard with a sign that says stop. Stoplight versus a roundabout. Long term, the roundabout wins, right? No matter what. I mean, you just have maintenance cost on a loan on a stoplight. Each blinking pole or whatever has a battery backup system that has to be replaced every 2 years. And you're talking, I think it's back when I was selling them, I want to say they were $600 to $800 for the set for the backup batteries. And then you have, I mean, you're talking multiple sets per intersection, and things have changed now where they have different they might have bigger battery backup requirements due to like cameras that have been installed and stuff. When I was doing this was like low tech. We've installed like all the different sensors and things now. We do license plate scanners, we do audio scanning for vehicles that are too loud. Like we do all sorts of shit. So like guaranteed the cost is way less on a 10-year horizon. Is that too short? Yeah. You got power lights, but I mean, arguably, what are we spending to power a light? You know, I live in the land of renewable energy. We're not exactly struggle busing. I did want to tell you, Mech, we're voting right now to put windmills inside the county lines. Right now inside the city lines. We're in the county. I should send you some pictures. But yeah, we have windmills within the county, turbines, whatever you want to call them. And they're voting to put them within the city right now. The field that's next to my house is probably a prime candidate for one. You voted against that. Everybody will temporarily. Long term, I think it's an inevitability. Renewables will be everywhere. The amount of land it takes, though, to actually get renewables done, there is an eventual happy place at some point where, like, you're gonna, why put more renewables? You're more worried about distribution than you are generation. Conductor into the ground? You think so? I think we still have to worry about moving it. Yeah. Conversation as populist versus economics vibes. Hey, Buell. Hi, good to see you. You wouldn't believe it, but it does. Paying a road crew is cheaper than an engineer, too. Road crews have engineers. But I get what you're saying. I think it's just engineered beforehand. Like everything is. I don't know that that's good enough to keep it for pilot. Doesn't really have anything else on it. We have one of these in our bag already. I know I'm supposed to sell that. Maybe I will. Yeah, I'm super pro roundabout. I love me some roundies. Roundabouties. Don't clip that. I love them curves. You bet. I don't like hard stops. Mac, do you want this shield, by the way? Is this for you? Yeah, cool. I'll take it off and put it in my bank then so I don't die with it. That probably would have been a good move from the get-go, actually. Why was I ever carrying this shield? It's a real question. I guess I could just put another one of these in there. It doesn't really matter. That way I just guaranteed to have a little bit of res. Same res, right? And it's just like the old... Okay, let's go finish. Got a Vela Steel? How'd it hit? Did I miss it? You get 3 sockets? Mega max cold res. Oh, on the Vel. I don't know that that's a good slam, yeah. Biggest pet peeve is a 4-way stop, and there's like 4 lanes on each side. Oh, I know. Yeah. And like everybody pulls up at slightly different intervals, and like you're not sure. Like, is this my turn to go? Is it not? Yeah, the thing I really dislike about 4-way stops is when people just don't care about them. So I think it's better if everybody just doesn't have to stop, right? And everybody just yields. And you just go. Yield and go. Nothing more to it. It's that quick. Yielder hasn't streamed? Wait, what? Who's Yielder? Are we having 2 different conversations? European vacation with Chevy Chase? Oh, I'm sure I have. I've lived in places with roundabouts. I think they're great. Giant traffic circles are cool. That's it. Just LOL true. Only put roundabouts in business complexes? Wait, what's a business complex? Like we're just like a strip mall area? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay. I guess that's kind of true here too. Well, no, they put it pretty much anywhere. They put them by the interstate exits too. So I think the state's involved with some of these. It's not just like the local communities. Like our major state jumps onto like 88 and 90 have roundabouts in some of the communities. And I think the other ones are changing. Just regular offices. Okay, yeah. How was your round yesterday? How'd you do? You woke me up from my nap, and then I went back to my nap when you sent that. I was so sunburned. I actually, Salty and his girl came over, and I had to kind of drop a hint that I needed to go lay down. I was like, I'm kind of done, guys. I'm smoked. A D2 stream that did Poe, but faded out. Aw. Make a roundable yield joke. Okay. Clean it up on the back 9. So, I mean, the front 9's just warm up, bro. You only did 9. You're just warming up. I can cheerlead anybody through a bad round of golf, man. My wife has kind of, I think, gotten, she made it clear to me that I stopped cheerleading as hard recently. And I've just kind of more been like coaching. And I think she wants me to go back to cheerleading. I think that might do it for her. Only ones out there, take your time. That's the best time to go golfing. Yeah. Slightly in the afternoon. I'll take it. One of the courses by me too is surrounded by old growth trees. So even if you're out midday, like the only time that you're really struggling is when you're in the middle of the fairway. Shucks. One of my favorite greens is super awkward because you shoot most of the time you're shooting with like a small glare in front of you, and God, I'm on it today, aren't I? And you shoot onto it's a short par 3, and you shoot onto the greens, and no matter what, your ball is going to fall into a shadow where you can't see it. And so if you land it on the green, you're like kind of blind on where the ball sits. You see people kind of get like, what happened? Where's my ball? 30 for 18, cart included. That's crazy cheap if that's cart included. Yep, that's crazy cheap. We got a spot that's the problem is it's 30 minutes away. That's the only reason I don't jump on it, but it's $100 a year per person, cart included. Brand new, opened up last year or the year before. Something like that. Yeah, there's some apps too that people have been telling me about. I don't know if you've done golf now. They offer a yearly subscription plan, and they'll hook you up with like the super cheap ones for like nothing. I was out with my buddy, and we both paid $70 each for cart and round. And I asked what they paid, and she goes, "Oh, it was like $26 for the two of us." Always wonder how you guys could afford golf. Golf's not expensive. It can be. Dude, I live XLX where I'm at. There's 4 golf courses within a 10-minute drive. So like you can, how much do you want to spend dictates what type of golf you want. You can't do Top Golf that cheap. Top Golf ain't that bad either though. It's like 40 for an hour. For your entertainment, yeah. There's a place that I can go up to that's here. It's $1 a hole. It's pretty cheap. It's walking for $1 a hole. It's the course I take everyone to when they're learning. It's also the course you want to avoid first thing in the morning because there are some tryhards there who are just trying to get through it as fast as possible. 40 an hour? No, yeah, no, $10 an hour. Yeah. So is your normal round about 4 hours, SO? I think I messed something up. No, I didn't mess up, but like I had a weird view of golf because I would say 90% of my golf rounds have been solo. Yeah, 4 for 4. That really freaked me out the other day when I had a 4-hour round. I was like, why is this taking so long? It was a 4-some. Took 4 hours exactly. And we were getting pressured from the people behind us. I'm like, nah, dude, we are paced perfectly. We even took 10 at the turn because we had it perfectly paced. 4.5, yeah. Is this ladder? Yeah, but it's also a mod. This is Nate. This is Project Diablo 2. Pressure from people behind is annoying. You're right, but I also am not the type of guy to care if somebody wants to play through. Go for it. I'm there. I'm not generally at a golf course to get better at golf. I mean, I want to be better at golf, but like, it's not the point. I'm there to socialize, have a time, play a game. If it goes slower, that's fine. Hi, Cougs. What's up, man? What did I find for Cougs? What was it? There was something for Cougs. I think those are definitely for Cougs. What was it? Does anyone remember? Was it a bow? It was a bow. Yeah, Cougs. I got a Witch Wild. What is this a thing your Merc would use? Oh, could you do an X1 Merc? Or is that just like not a play for you? Finish Hell Act 5. I'll do Bail Run if you want. Been doing Bail Runs all day. Bail, Diablo, whatever. Thank you, Epic, for remembering. What are we getting here? Just some true silvers that are... We don't really have any Javazons. I can't say we're gonna get one either. God, we're on one today. Just one socket. All good. This is awkward. I think this is the same argument. Why am I going to hold on to this? Just to buff like Holy Shield fast better? You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's 5 extra points. It's kind of worth it. All right, let's go. When my reses aren't all the same color, I got worried. My Merc just give up on healing himself? What's up? Death's touch, right? Yeah. Can't imagine that's gonna get used ever. I don't think I've ever seen the full set though. I wish they were able to add resurrected graphics. Yeah, I mean, I get over the graphical differences pretty quickly for myself. I don't even think about it anymore. When I go play D2R, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It looks a little bit better. And then I move on. Play enough of it, you just kind of accept it. Gameplay's still there, yeah? Pretty close to D2R. It's as close as we're going to get, I think. I couldn't imagine another improvement coming out. Oops. Yeah, it's a group self-found. It's with the group we start most seasons with. We go hard on speed running usually, but this season we went deep into the stuff. If I were to guess though, it's done by next weekend for most people. And I don't know why next weekend. Just a feeling. That's a meatball right there, dude. What's Senpai? What did Senpai do? What do you mean? Where's Senpai? You stopped 2 weeks ago? Yeah. Oh, how did they improve the graphics on PD2? I don't think Senpai did. Somebody else did, and Senpai just put it into the mod. There's a there's people out there who like work on little fun projects. We used to use something. We all used to use OpenGL was the improvement, and then something else came out that was even better, and they put it in here again. And I'm not gonna be able to comfortably name what they were. Glider, yeah, and now there's something else on top of it that makes it look like this. It's pretty sweet. What's up, Young Money? Sanders, right? Gloves. But give him Sanders boots back. What's the 2 set? Probably garbage, right? See what happens.
I can't use that. I can't use that. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
So he needs the strength from here right away. That's the problem. But anyways, 2 sets garbage anyways. Cool.
I'll put that to good use.
Wait, what? Oh, he needs the strength from those too. God, Merc, you suck. My Merc hasn't been hitting stuff. Because he needed these boots for this weapon to work. He's just been chilling. Okay. He's just been hanging out, guys. Oops. It was OpenGL and Voodoo 3D FX GP. Oh, when you had one. It was still a thing not too long ago. Get a good one? All right, Intricate. We already got a bird today. Forgot to mention that. We bird up already this morning. Yeah, something came out after Glide Wrapper in the last like few years. And that's what they changed. Oh my god, go left. You can't map read. What are you doing?
Moo, 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 moo.
I'm not even sure what that is. If you reach level 99, Senpai pays for your laser eye surgery. That's a little bit too close to home. My wife used to sell laser eye surgeries. Her old doctor just died, I think. You guys see the guy from Nip Tuck died? Oh, man. I liked him. At least I liked him in Nip Tuck. I don't know if anything else he was in.
Thanks.
Oh, come on. Your eyes are starting to go? Oh, I see what you're saying about getting better graphics. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, my eyes started going. I was 23. I started getting eyeglasses. 21? 20, no, 23. Yeah, I just had to do the other day. I lost my sunglasses. They're gone. And they're really expensive, and I can't afford to replace them right now, which just kind of sucks. So I had to go. I went to Walmart and bought cheap sunglasses. I needed them for floating down the river. There was no way I was going without sunglasses. And so they're non-prescription, and it was my first time doing anything without prescription glasses on in a long time. I got used to it quicker than I thought I would. It's just different. You had LASIK? Yeah, I didn't take the opportunity to. Because my wife was selling them, I could have got it at a cheap discount. And I opted not to. And we both kind of think maybe we should have. But at the same time, there was reasons we didn't. It was like guinea pig stuff. They were trying to get us they were trying to learn the machines better. Zenny's really cheap to play. Yeah, Zenny's whatever. Like the words in the sentence that you said though. Zenny's cheap. Zenny's good, but Zenny's cheap. Really? Okay. Third one for the day. Let's go. You did it at 18. Keep playing hockey. So it's gonna. How old are you now? You only got a few more years, right, before it starts to go. One of my buddies had it done early, and his was wearing off sooner than it should have, and he was pretty poopy about it. 40? 40, yeah, right. I knew-ish that. There's more thinking about, so yeah. Soon. That's why I said soon. Slam it. Not really the slam you want to see. I don't know how that's ever going to get used. But I would feel bad dropping that on the ground. Damn, I'm out of coffee. So, it is Diablo 2. Do I buy a jersey today? Oh, wow, my camera goes high. Do I buy a jersey today? Or do I wait until I find a player I actually like? Today's the first game, right, that we're going to. So it's like, do I dive in and just buy, like, anybody? Or do I wait? I have no clue who's on the team currently. Apparently a lot of old Chicago Cubs go there, like, when they're done. I still want to play ball. What jersey? Oh, sorry, I don't know if I was talking about it earlier and you were here. I found a minor league baseball team called the Chicago Dogs. We found their game. We're gonna go check them out today. Is it triple? I think it's double.
Shadinuka just subscribe. What?
Bro, this is the most gimmick baseball ever. We talked about this already, didn't we? The food prices are so low. I'm kind of scared of like quality, but yeah, I like to buy like generic jerseys sometimes just for that type of thing. When we go to Milwaukee, I don't buy player jerseys just because like in my minor hockey they get bumped up so quick. Yeah, we found out, dude, the best part, Shady Nuka. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. Oh, Epic, I missed your sub as well. Thanks, man. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. I need to turn my notifications back on for that. I don't know how much it's going to screw with you guys, but I need to be able to hear that. You been on the game worn ones? That's cool. Do you use Barbarian? I know a lot about Barbarians. What does a Vengeance Paladin use for Grand Charms? Vengeance Paladin uses Elemental Charms, so flat Elemental, Fire, Lightning damage. As much as you can get, as big as you can go. Player names on the jerseys to even buy? Yeah. That's fair. Esoteric, you remember Carlos Zambrano? He went there and from 2019 through just like a couple years ago, and he hung out there forever. They're independent. Yeah, but they're independent. It is independent for sure, but they're still affiliated. Like the teams that they play are still have affiliations with like other teams. It's bad baseball though. Yeah, independent AA affiliate. Yep. It's on Discord. I'll check it out. Oh, let me kill Diablo and I'll tab over. Yeah, they play the Kane County Cougars a lot, which is another team. There's a few teams in this area, it looks like, and then there's another league out west. But I kind of like the Milwaukee Milkmen as a name. I kind of want to get a Milkmen jersey. Hot dogs for the numbers. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Shit. Let's see. I don't look now. Oh shit. Yeah, I need to get that. It needs to be 13, and I'm buying it. If I can get a wiener with a 13. No ketchup on the sleeve. What a cool jersey. I love that.
Not even death can save you from me.
American Association. Oh, thanks, Yule. Now I know. I don't know what to do with that. But yeah, so do recommend, hey, thank you for the follow as well and the like. I do recommend Chicago Dogs idea for competitive eating. How fast can you eat 10 Chicago dogs without getting anything on your shirt? No, no. What? Buell, don't do that. What do you mean? You can't drop anything? That's the best part, is the salad at the end. Love it. Have 18 because they began in 2018. Damn. So it's a year. Yeah, they did begin in 18. Yeah, I think the merch shop. Damn, bro, it's 109 for a fucking jersey. What the fuck? All right, whatever. Jerseys are always stupid expensive. Yeah, we're going to the Milwaukee Admirals garage sale in a couple weeks. Something, me and Salty told me about it. They sell all of last year's merch and stuff. You have to go in person, and they hook you up. Game worn stuff will be there. Yeah, I'm pumped. There's a 3M facility a couple towns over, and they do a friends and family day where it's like you can go, or family day where you can go in and you can fill a box with any 3M products that they do with like that place, like whichever one that is, and you just pay for the box. That's all the stuff inside you want. And it's like, you know, when somebody's husband or wife works there because all of a sudden they come with a giant box of office supplies. Anyways, I want to go to that day. I want to find, I need to find a guy. Need a guy. Shout out to the Milwaukee Milkmen. Really? So that's what I'm going to, Swishes, that's what I'm going to today, is Chicago Dogs baseball game. Same league. Used to have a 3M hookup. That's cool, man. Should be fun. I hope so. I hope so. I'm a little sunburned right now, so I'm hoping we get the betterment of this rain and it stays kind of overcast all day. Hate this feeling. We had a lot of spring training here in the Arizona Fall League. Yeah, spring training ball is always interesting. Oh, a little bit of lag there. My ping's up to 453. Is it me? Looking at my internet rate. It's about 10 o'clock. It's about time for the stupid shit to start kicking off. Come on, buddy. Seal popping out. Way on the west side. Oh. Yeah, the Cubs are out in Arizona. Their team's out there. I don't know shit about the White Sox. I know they may not be in Chicago much longer. I do know that. I'm a little up to date on the politics of the Chicago White Sox. I also know a lot about the Chicago White Sox of 1919. Way more than I should. Hey, you. Did I spawn them? Where they at? Okay. What have you seen the movie Air? I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell. Any Grand Charm? GG finds? Bryant. All right, we did. First of all, this morning, found that. Just right off the kick. Early, we found a burr. It's big. I was so early, I wasn't even prepared to like freak out about it. And then we found this. So. Oh, I have seen that movie. XLX, I watched that for an entrepreneurship program. Yep, I have seen that. Great movie. Yep. Funny enough, that's did I tell you what I did at for my capstone project for college? Anyways, I'll tell the story because I'm streaming. So capstone project was where you start a business. It's in a computer program where you run a company, and that company is a shoe company. And there's 58 different variables you have to account for your shoe company year over year. And Air was part of that, just like watching it beforehand and just kind of like, you know, whatever. So you apply all the things you've learned through the College of Business into your business, and you compete with all of the other people in your school. You compete for the A. Okay, so only one team gets an A, everybody else gets a B, C, or D, just based off of how they rank on everything. But we won. We not only did my team win, we won so much that we got invited to the national stage to compete with all the other schools. They're top champions from each school, and so yeah, we absolutely killed it. And shoe companies, man, seemed to be like the most recurring thing throughout my capstone. We did a shoe company through my entrepreneurship class. We did a shoe company through my capstone class. We did a shoe company through this like business consulting class. It was all shoe companies, man. I feel like I'm supposed to go work for Nike or something. Facets, you're doing a lot more. There you go. Why'd you upgrade it? Oh, you upgraded the one you didn't have. So now you've got it. Got it, what you're saying. No one stood a chance. Yeah, there was I didn't actually get to do any advertising part myself, but I did like funds allocation for like how we were going to do advertisement. You had to do like 3 different types of advertising. You had to advertise the wholesalers, retailers, and online internet. And then you had variables for each types of those that you had to like account for. And then you had to go up against, you had to have variables account for what your competitors were going to do. And yeah, dude, I went hard on that stuff. Token, let me know if you got questions about how it works. I'm happy to explain it. Sounds so cool. It was. And it's actually a thing you can buy yourself if you wanted to do it. I would say it's like $100, I think. And then you can find groups that do it online for fun. And like you and like all your friends could buy it, and like you could all do it and treat it like a video game, but it's pretty basic in like the graphic sense. It's like an Excel spreadsheet on crack with just a slightly improved UI. It doesn't look much more than like an old text RPG. Like you would appreciate it for what it is 100%, but it's nothing more than like a turn-based text RPG. Yeah. The closest thing to video games that I found that kind of competes with it, and it's not even like the competitive competition is not there, but like the basics of the game itself. There's a game called Big Ambitions. I'm sure the person who made that game took the same course I did. Yeah, it was an absolute blast. The first 8 weeks were like a recap of everything that you learned over the last 2 years, and then the last was just kind of letting you go nuts with your company and competing. And I did all of it. I never once consulted with my professor. Like one time, he pissed me off right before we started it, where he let us pick our own teams, and we were the only like group that picked our own teams. And I picked all majors, or all people from my major, and he got poopy with us. He's like, "Are you sure that's the right idea? That like everybody from your major would? Don't you want people from like marketing and accounting?" I was like, "No, I'll be all right. It'll be fine." I said some other things too, and so he let us go with it. And then it got to the point where we never asked him for help, and never really built a relationship with him because of it. Good morning, owns you. Yeah, I don't know. I know for a fact though he will never allow classes to pick their own groups again after how it went down. It's not going to happen. I also picked my group members the way I did. They're great people. You know, they were also the type of people who would stay out of my way. All the other groups that I talked to, when you came, were like, I'd be like, "So what's like the biggest challenging that you guys is like your group's having right now?" And it was always working with the other people, because you have people from different majors who just didn't know how to jive. And then I picked people from my major who knew me from multiple classes and knew that I would do it all. And that was it. Are there more expansions? No, just the one, Lord of Destruction. I would have been weird if D2 back then had multiple expansions. Could you imagine? Yeah, just the one. But this is a modded version of Lord of Destruction. It's called Project Diablo 2. Kind of the best thing you could get to an expansion, just being a mod. If you own Lord of Destruction, you will absolutely love Project Diablo 2. Do recommend. So yeah, we had a perfect score in our capstone class, and it was kind of cool. They ended up sending us some certificates and like, yeah, gave us an award. Put my picture on the wall. Forever, you'll be able to go to their website and find my team on the front page because we had a perfect score. We're like one of 18 teams to ever do it. We're talking like thousands and thousands of teams have gone through that project, through that. What's poppin'? Owns you? You are. You're poppin', my man. No, just grinding a bit, getting ready. Gonna go to a baseball game here in a little bit. Little minor league. Like step above drinking league baseball. I think that's a good assumption. Step above beer league. Ooh. Hi, Lucky Luciano. Show your damage. Okay. It's like the only thing anyone wants to say when they come in. What's up, dude? 27 to 12 and 42 damage reduction. Feeling pretty good about it. Feel like we could probably map. Wouldn't be too bad. Weirds me out to not see an _6 at the end of your name, dude. Zigrundle, good morning. Oops. Ooh, there's the ping. It's not me, though. Internet looks good. Ah, there's my friend. Hefty damage, for sure. Are you allowed to talk about your viewership numbers on YouTube? I don't know. You could talk about them. I'm trying to get more of them. They're going up. Cool. Choo. But that's gotta probably be where, oh, where am I getting my PDR from? The shield, mostly. 24% from the shield, and then I'm getting 18 from the armor. It's a lot there. It's been so nice not having to watch. It's been, oh, thanks, man. Oh, I appreciate that. I will be streaming all this week except Tuesday. I will not be live Tuesday. Got a thing. Why wouldn't we be allowed to talk about YouTube? Yeah, people have been saying there's like a lot of Twitch is cracking down on people, trying to divert people to other platforms. Lucky. So like people recommended I turn some shit off that I had on. And then YouTube ended up sending me a notice that I had to remove my Discord. Sorry, I'm like trying not to be sick. I had a thing that said you can join my Discord, like on my screen. That was like, yeah. I got removed until I got removed from the algorithm until I put that back in. Yeah, I don't know. So XLX can maybe fill you in. He was, I think, part of the group that was telling me. Ryu apparently went through some shit for this one, but you can't merge you can't show like YouTube chat on other platforms now. It's like I have multiple. Mech just joined. Was he just screwing me? Okay. Yeah, you can't show your chat from one platform onto the other. You can't have crossover. I'm curious what's happening. So, who knows? So you can look up Armory. Just type ! hardcore or HC. McKelb, I already built it. I just can't chat in my own chats. I don't have a thing. I can if I come to here. There you go. Pretty dumb, very dumb. It's things, it's change. We'll just kind of ride the wave until it's done, right? All right, friendos, that's going to be it for me on the day. I do got to get rolling. Gonna have a day. I will raid over one of these platforms just because it's too many people not to send a raid to a friend. Who's playing D2? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hey, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of my communities and being here and kind of doing it everywhere. You guys loved, sent me some gifts, did some other things. Thank you. Appreciate all the subberinos. Swisha hit 52 months of subs over here today. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great one, and I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully with a little less sunburn and a little bit more baseball stories. If you guys need anything from me, reach out on Discord. I'll be available for a while. If not, catch you then. Love y'all. Woot. Out.